same. I think we were just maybe slightly lower than the 50s or whatnot, and then we just took a drop.
What about taking a drop?
Bro, did you like put all the building information? Is that what that is?
Yeah. You guys have some stuff that you wanted to do, so I thought it would make it easy for you guys to tell me where you're going.
What?
I know, Alias, you have no idea what I'm talking about because you never pay attention to Discord.
He says as I'm actually going through the different parts of the Discord.
That reminds me, I haven't actually really had to open the loot tracker in like.
Oh, what a little pretty rainbow reference chart.
Because we don't ever fight anything.
Well, okay, I suppose if he's color coding churches gray.
That's white, thank you.
Ah, because they're privileged?
Yeah, they're a church, bro.
Pure.
Pior?
White for purity. Where's my drinks? Oh, we're still waiting for Van. I'm gonna go get my drinks.
Okay.
He's got a load of laundry. Or he's starting it. That's what I was doing earlier. Did I? Nope, my stuff's in the dryer, so it should be good.
Hethres Skarsborough. That is a great name. So is Quelena Ethelena.
Is that what it's? Nix Merning?
How is everyone?
Hollander Cherry Cheeks. Oh man. Great names.
It buttons.
I'm good. To answer your question, Wholesale, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Ixrin? Ori Jandalin?
You guys make fun of my names?
No, try to read them.
I feel like there are a lot of dwarf and tieflings.
Ah, well, he's always had a preference for tieflings. That's just his thing.
I like me a good short furry guy, so what can I say?
No, you don't.
Tiefling's not a furry man.
Dwarves are, though.
I have a question.
No, they're not. They're not furries. They're dwarves.
They're
They can
furry. They're not furries. They're furry.
Listen,
They're
if they want to
weird.
be furries, they can be furries if they wanna.
They definitely don't dress the part.
I have a question.
I know, I'm ignoring you.
If I drink coffee like every day for a year, and then I have tea every day for a week right after that, would that be called a tiefling?
That's why I was ignoring you!
100% that would make you kind of normal, but really weird for a week. Hey, what do you got against people who drink tea? I drink tea or coffee.
But speaking of short furry guys, Levi, I saw the greatest Winnie the Pooh costume yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I
have a
can't talk
Winnie the
about
Pooh
it. I'm just
costume.
going to mention I seen it.
He didn't take a picture and send it to me?
I'm
We're
not. I
friends.
was not allowed.
What do you mean you weren't allowed?
No photography in that part of the bar.
Oh, I see. Was it a crop top?
It was very much a crop top.
Yeah, I figured. Hi, Pit.
Pop it. Went out to probably one of my favorite bars, so, which happens to be a gay bar. We're waiting on Van getting a load of laundry started.
Jeez, Van.
Jeez Louise Van.
Frickin', I'm gonna put this reference.
Which means we have to punish him, Muffins, by saying something horrible that makes him regret everything.
So, just talk like normal?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope. You gotta work extra normal, Muffins.
Van had to put his load in.
Why'd you
Was it
say
a
it
poll?
as soon as he joined?
I don't know. I didn't even see that he joined. I just read my chat.
Was it a full load?
Yeah, I apologize. I normally time my chores a little better.
Hi,
Yeah,
man.
You gotta better time your loads. I'm just kidding. We missed you.
Oh, God.
Nope. No God here.
No, he would.
There's multiple.
Well, that depends on what you believe. Oh yeah, I did leave that open. I'm gonna work on that. Later. But it's good that I left it open.
Hey, Levi.
What?
You're looking extra cute with your glasses on today.
What
Thanks.
is this? What is this handout?
Well, when you get into Roll20, you'll understand it better.
Okay.
You have to decipher all the names starting from the top. Wide list.
Now I know what buildings to actually go into. All the ones without numbers.
I mean, if you want to, Muffins, please do. See,
I really
I
don't.
I prepared for that.
I don't actually. I didn't actually want to make you prepare for that.
I'm already prepared for that because I figured you would be the one to say that, Muffins.
That's just a joke.
I don't. You can't, Muffins. I mean this with all due respect, but you have a history that even your jokes have at least 15% follow through.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but
I mean, that's kind of generous. I was going to say
No,
at least
there's-
30%.
There's no but involved. It's your jokes have at least some follow through.
I understand that. But my character has no reason to just randomly go into fucking stores everywhere.
Levi,
Sure you
I
do.
just noticed your mic lights up.
Yeah.
Of all this time, I've never noticed.
Yeah, and then I mute.
Where's my pen?
Now it's unmuted.
There's a 7. Today is 10.
Your mic is fantastic. You and I are talking about that later.
I love my mic.
Your mic is fantastic.
Muffins, you're a halfling, right?
Yes.
That's all the reason you need to go into houses randomly.
Huh?
Starting to sound like Demirius over there.
Is that a half?
No, it's not. He's not a. He's a halfling. He's not a. What's the one from Dragonlance? Kender. He's not a Kender.
Anyways,
Different.
welcome back, everyone. I'm excited. If you're excited, that's even better. I think we should start with the reading of the recap. Muffins, will you...
Hope you guys are prepared for
It-
the shortest recap to date.
Welcome to the recaps. Mistakes were made. And beginning with our story.
Session 10. What happened at midnight? As our soon-to-be heroes sail into the town, they take some time to plan out what their next course of action is. After a minute or two of discussions, everyone realizes that we actually decided on what we were doing in the last session, and had already arrived at the dock and paid the dock fees, in fact. So this entire intro is basically a waste of time. Alvarel and Demirius take the emissary to the stables in town and purchase horses, which are then turned into statues in a sneaky manner. The group returns to the boat, and the party sets sail once again down the river. The first few hours on the water are
This is
uneventful, but soon
perfect
thereafter,
music for
Israel
this.
spots some beetles on the shoreline ahead. These beetles are jerks and spray acid at the group because they have no manners. The party defends themselves at range while sailing past the rude beetles. Arrows fly, but acid flies better. Alvarel crumples under the acid barrage, causing the DM to decide that maybe this battle should not keep going due to slight balance issues, and instead ends the fight via convenient story elements. The battle is over! Healing is done, and the raft continues along. In the evening, the group decides to set camp and moor the raft at the next campish-looking place they see. They then proceed to roll every single survival check as 7 or less, resulting in a very shoddy camp being set. Demarius wanders into the woods and comes back with a ridiculous amount of food. Our soon-to-be heroes feast upon the forest bounty and cautiously go about their own business while night comes. Suddenly, some orcs emerge from the forest. Some orcs of questionable intelligence, that is. The two groups stand off, each demanding answers from the other before a higher rank orcs join them, along with an entire goddamn platoon. Tension fills the air, but both groups eventually decide to share the camp area. The emissary is uneasy, but is reassured by Alvaro. After an uneventful night of keeping watch, and some minor goblin poetry, shit hits the fan in the morning due to the goblin-orc relations breaking down. The orc captain took offense to Israel talking to him because... reasons? After coming dangerously close to a fight, Demirius and Alvaro successfully stand down the orcs and pay a fine. The group decides to quickly set sail once more to distance themselves from the racist orc brigade. Sometime later, they see a raft much like their own, but rowing in the opposite direction. On that raft is another party of 5. 5 identical doppelgangers of our soon-to-be heroes, in fact. Confused looks abound as the two groups sail past one another. And that's really all that happened in this session. The rest of the journey was pretty straightforward, and the group followed their plan to disembark when the river met the road and ride into the city. Skipping ahead to the end, a few key things that happened were... Muffinita and Israel saw the ship that attacked them in the harbor. There was a secret bookshelf safe kind of thing in the safe house. Plans were made for the emissary's meeting with the Duke. That's about it. This is like the shortest recap ever, but I guess that's what happened when we start 45 minutes late, wholesale. Yankee face.
I would like to... I was consulting my notes while you did your recap. Can I get a little bit more of a refresher on the contents of the journal that was in that safe? If you would be so kind.
The contents have not been deciphered yet. That's
But no, so
it's
There was
a
a
mixture.
rose compass and a flower compass and a map rose and a compass map.
yeah, I'm not asking for the answer. I'm asking for what we.
So what the journal that was found compiled of was different miscellaneous recipes along with some notes that someone was keeping, such as lists of places that they've been that they found that were friendly, hinting, and also a map was found where these places were marked, hinting why, if you now look at... Oh, hold on. That's not right.
So these would be. I'm sorry, you said these would be like recipes with dispersed journals entries.
Correct.
And statuses.
Correct. The recipes are... Looking at it, Israel determined that the recipes were not correct, essentially. And Israel has been given himself the task of deciphering the journal, where the emissary is fascinated by this because it's a goblin that's doing linguistic kind of activities. Decided to stay behind as well to decipher the spy's journal. Now, if you look at the map, everything is numbered, and if you look at the handouts that I provided, everything is numbered specifically, and these are basic information that is provided to you from the different notes in the journal and the map. Now, these are not the only blacksmith, taverns, and other stores that you can find in the city. These are the ones that the mentioned spy has found that were friendly-ish and had worked with previously.
And we can assume that since it is a safe house that the emissary uses, that these people being friendly implies that it would be friendly to us and our stuff.
Possible.
Okay. I agree. That might have been a bit of a stretch, but
Yeah.
okay.
We last left off with Muffinita staying behind to keep watch because of the emissary in Israel, and Demirius was heading off to the Flower and Compass, and Avril, you were going off to look for a library.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I know that because that's what my notes say. So, we'll start with Demirius and Averil. You guys depart at the same time? Are you guys going to travel together or separately?
What is and Israel is staying behind deciphering the notebook, but also in the spy place?
Correct.
Okay. But before we depart,
Where is the library?
I don't know yet. I was gonna have to go find it.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Before we depart, I mentioned that we should try and operate in pairs whenever possible. So, can we trust you? You two stay here. We'll come back in a little while and kind of
Implied, is the music too loud? Or is it
recap
good?
and regroup.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Brilevent agrees with your plan. He thinks it's...
Yeah. Yep. Immediately goes back to journal. What? I had to see if I actually heard what he said. I definitely did.
Nothing gets past you. All right. Then we take our leave. So
Do you want to look for the library first, or
I mean, if I had to, so we're going. Your things like and this isn't in character. Would I know what the rose thing is that he's interested in?
flower and compass?
The
Yeah,
Flower
and
Compass? You know Flower and Compass is a tavern. It's a chain of taverns. You've seen them
Okay.
across the countryside.
I mean, the way I mean, if we go to the flower, then they'll probably know where a nearby library is. So we'll hit your stop first.
All right, sounds good.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to go door to door asking, "Hey, is this a library?" And that sounds like a waste of time.
Truly, yes. I'm sure they'll have plenty of information on the town if we need.
And just to let you know, it's early evening, like 4:30ish, 5 o'clock.
Place we're going
Okay.
again. I'm sorry, I was writing a different note. We're going to something rose,
The
Flower and compass.
flower and compass. I was right. Rose is a flower.
All right, well, Demirius, will you roll me a d20, please?
Why the fuck am I rolling you a d20?
Because I asked you to. You're such a good boy.
I
He
prefer
wants
you
to
not
do
do
a-
that again.
Because he wants you to have a 1 in 20 chance of something good happening.
All right.
Good for who?
Yes?
All right. I assume the pair of you take the map with you then, so you know where you're going.
Yeah. I mean, actually, is the map marked in comparison with the journal?
Yes.
We should probably leave the map behind then if we're trying to decipher the journal. I mean, I can look at the map and remember where we're supposed to go, but especially if this map is getting marked, I wouldn't want to lose it just because we're going to a tavern, you know.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I also feel like we have the wherewithal to literally walk back the same direction we came here.
Mm-hmm.
I have an intelligence of 20. Does that?
Yes, you're fine.
Yeah,
You're fine.
I can remember things.
Yes. All right. Your journey back basically the way you came through town is uninterrupted. People are milling about, some shop stands, some peddlers calling out to you to come look at their wares, some with bread, some with fruit, some with little trinkets. Nothing stands out particularly, and you make it back to the Flower and Compass, which isn't obviously marked, but as you approach the doors, Demirius, you take note, you see the markings of a Flower and Compass. And it's true to be exactly that as you enter. As you enter the tavern, It's not very busy. There's a woman behind the bar just kind of doing her thing. The furniture is of fine quality, mahogany per se. There's a hearth lit on one side of the tavern. A couple other people in the tavern. Not particularly standing out. What do you do, Mr. Demarius?
1 second.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Okay. I will make my way to the bar where the tavern keep is.
She looks up and goes, "Ah, welcome, travelers. We don't get too many people through here. How may I help you, young man?"
Woo! Flirting. She called you
Could
young
she
man.
Are you trying to say that because I'm older?
Yeah.
I see. I'll say I was gonna mention that it seemed like a slow day here.
Oh, we don't get a lot of travelers here. We're just kind of a hole in the wall. Are you looking for a pint or some food?
I'll take a pint. I was hoping to ask you a few questions, and I'll sort of show my rose and compass like tattoo.
Oh. Welcome. Her eyes shift towards Alvarel and then back to you, Demarius. A compatriot of yours, I assume, is safe?
Yes, he's with me.
Ah, well, welcome.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
We are, as you probably could have guessed, from out of town.
Our sort do make traveling often. Do you have a story you wish to share as well?
Yeah, and I think I'll sort of explain. I think I would specifically want to explain sort of like the vision I had to her, telling her of the image of Valoria coming to me in my dreams, and sort of commanding me to find her. I remember, was it her quarterstaff?
It would be.
It's been so long since I've seen.
You're looking for the staff of the Wayfinder.
Yes.
Avril, if you wish, you can make a knowledge check at disadvantage on religion.
I don't have religion trained.
Ah,
Or as a class skill.
never mind. You cannot. You're clueless on this one.
Yeah. I like my practical knowledge.
She becomes very intrigued immediately and looks around and goes, "That is quite the vision. Let us speak in private." And she proceeds to pull the pair of you, or direct the pair of you through a door behind the bar into kind of a cushiony area, kind of like a green room almost.
Can I do a sense motive?
Yeah. She seems on the up and up.
I need to step away for a minute.
All right, I'll follow her into the room.
I assume Avril would follow along.
Yeah, yes.
Once you're in there, she offers some fresh fruits, and she gets a couple ales for the pair of you, and sits down and goes, "It's not often she visits us, so you're obviously very special. What you have to understand, staff of the Wayfinder has been missing for a very long time. Only rumors and myths tie it to history. The last we've heard of its location, it was taken from her shrine. Sorry, my notes are kerfuffled. Let me find the place where it was lost from. It was taken from her shrine in Shirk.
Start with them.
And rumor has it was taken back to the Republic of Grid. Did she tell you why you need to find it?
I feel like she did not. I'm trying to find.
Here, I will copy and
Oh,
paste it.
I got it.
You found it? Okay.
She she offered a warning saying that this is the calm before the storm and great powers are on the horizon, so she wishes her staff returned to her.
That does leave a little bit of an uneasy feeling, doesn't it?
Truly.
I am not an expert on this artifact. By no means. But let me reach out to some other flowering compasses. And I'll see if I can find out something more for you. But unfortunately, I don't believe I'll be much help.
Well, that's okay. Any information at all would be beneficial, even if it's just a rumor.
The rumor is the Republic of Grid has their hands on it. I don't know how factual that is, but considering that they are magic zealots that believe magic to be forsaken, it's in their purview. I hope in my looking into this that it is not true, but I will see what I can find out.
Okay.
And Avril, you would know the Republic Grid brands and magic is purely forbidden and illegal, that casters are often having to be licensed in order to be in the Republic of Grid.
And I apologize. The staff of whomst you were to cover this, but I missed the name.
This is the staff of the Wayfinder. It is Valoria's personal staff.
Okay, so where is Grid in relation to where we are right now?
On the other side of all the continent.
So I'll look at Demarius and you gotta go get this thing. It is not close. Like,
Well, I didn't expect it to be easy.
yeah, but you can hope for not hard. Um, the like not even like just the distance alone. If it's truly with these, if it's truly in the Republic of Grid, which I appreciate your help in trying to figure out if that rumor is true or not. That's going to be a tough extraction. The Republic of Grid is very, very, I'll call it very hands-on with magical implements within their borders. So, yeah, expect to get that thing. I mean, just from what I've heard, you're going to need a Boski, a Jim Brown, 2 Miss Daisies, and the biggest Ella Fitzgerald that I've ever seen. Just even try and get it out.
Did you just Google that speech, or do you?
No, that is what Rusty says that Danny's going to need when they go into break.
Oh, I know what it's from.
Yeah, no, I know that off the top of my head. It's a Boski, a Jim Brown, and Ella Fitzgerald. Sorry, a Boski, a Jim Brown, 2 Miss Daisies, and not to mention the biggest Ella Fitzgerald ever.
I appreciate that you have that committed to memory.
We don't have to go into it right now, but Ocean's 11 is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it is a pinnacle of heist films.
I love that. She thinks for a moment, goes, I may not be helpful in this, but is there anything else I might be able to assist you? Are you going to be in, I assume you'll be in town for a while?
We will definitely be in here for a town for a little bit. Is there a public library or something that we might be able to access? Record keepers, and like just lore keepers.
Public?
Anything?
No. But she stands up and moves to another door that's in the green room, unlocks it and enters it. She leaves the door open. You can see it's an office space. She's away for a few moments and comes back with a rolled up parchment and goes, bring this with you and they should at least let you through the door.
Who's they?
Knowledge is not a public thing allowed in this nation. It is guarded. You're going to go into the North Gate area where the wealthy live.
Okay.
And she kind of describes where to go.
All right. Alvaril is given a library card.
And on the map, the gaggle of buildings that are marked with an L is the library.
All right, this is the part where. Oh, I see it, like that little block there.
Yep.
Does the L stand for losers
I was just gonna say.
or lame?
the big old lame loser.
Oh, so I shouldn't have held my tongue the entire time that we were traipsing about in our last adventure in our previous lives.
Don't know
Go
what
ahead.
you're talking about.
All right.
I really don't know what you're talking about. So.
All right, I might be a nerd, but at least my magic isn't based on the foundations of math.
No, it's just staring that you really are bad at.
No, my magic is based on the souls of people that I steal them from. Steal is a bad word.
No, you don't steal them.
Yeah, exactly. They give it to me willingly.
Procure.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I take the scroll. I bow politely and I thank the innkeep very much for the help.
Madam
on the map,
Quentin.
Where Madam who? I'm sorry?
Quentin.
Madam Quentin, thank you very much. Which number are we at on the map right now?
You're at 6.
6. Okay, 6 with the green X.
Yellow 6.
Yellow 6.
Yellow 6, green X. Bingo.
Just north of Lightbridge. The actual word.
Yep, I see it. Okay. I hope to make your acquaintance again, but if not, you've been incredibly... Oh, I will make your acquaintance again when I return, when I'm done with my stuff over the library, and I'll return this to you.
No need, they'll keep it.
Okay. In which case, if our paths don't cross again, I really it would be a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Her eyes land right on Demir's. Oh, I think we'll be seeing each other again.
I'll give her a
What is your
A
name,
nod.
young man?
Demirius.
You are fascinating.
You gotta say it like True Blood. Demirius.
God.
Smolder.
I will
Suki.
nod
God,
and
no. No.
I will nod and wave my hand and thank her for her assistance. And
Before you go, she steps forward and grabs your hand. And she whispers something. And there's just a small flash of light. And she goes, "May Valeria guide your path."
do I get a sense of what she did?
You just feel luckier.
Oh. Holding, grasping her hand as well, I will say, may her smile shine upon you.
Where and what do you do? I assume you guys pound your couple ales, not to waste them, because that would be bad.
That
Well,
would be
yeah.
rude. It
I
is
would-
rude to refuse a gift.
We would have drank them while he was like talking to us and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yes. Off to the library then?
That would be my
Yes.
preference. Unless
Yep.
you have anything else. Okay. Yeah, off to the library.
Perfect. Hey, Van,
Hi.
roll me a d20.
Okay.
All right.
2 beetles start spraying acid.
No, not the
I
Beatles.
punch myself in the nose and wipe my nose on a handkerchief and throw it the other way.
Alright, have it your way. 2 acids start spitting beetles. Reconcile that.
Oh no, Abbey Road.
As you are... Which
I
way,
got that reference.
I would hope so.
which direction are you going to take along the way?
So I noticed.
Are you going to stick to the main roads like this and then over? Or you going to try to cut
What's-
through the back roads?
What's the deal with the wall here? It looks like they've got like a harbor wall or something. Is it patrolled with like parapets, or is it just like got guard towers every once in a while?
Exactly that.
Okay. I mean, it's still early afternoon, right?
Correct.
Okay. And
Ooh,
we're
walk there, family circus style.
in a single frame.
When Billy goes on a
Oh,
journey.
by power of map, yes. I mean, realistically, I'm assuming on the road. If the roads are busy, like if there's nothing that would trip Alvaro's like concern of like we gotta act like really covert ops. Just gonna try and just blend in, just walk.
Okay. Stick to the busier roads. Mosey
Yeah.
on your way.
Just walk around.
as you're walking down, a fairly dirty and ramshambled individual comes rushing up, and he's kind of, yeah, dirty is the best way to describe him. And he approaches. Who does he approach?
If somebody's coming up to us, like, and I see,
Yes.
like, with like the locked eyes in contact, I would kind of like step in, like you've engaged NPC's wander range, like, might as well try and cut it off the pass if there's something going on.
Well, he's making a beeline for the pair of you. What do you do?
Like beeline is in like charging, or beeline
No, just
is in.
he's approaching. Doesn't seem
Okay.
hostile.
I guess I just nudge Daenerys to make sure that we both see the same thing.
I want to give him a good look over.
Hello there.
Fuck.
He looks disheveled, dirty, ragged. His clothes are unkept. He looks like a homeless individual.
Okay.
As
Okay.
he approaches, copper for a popper.
I don't carry any coppers on me right now, but like
A silver
How
will
about
do
that?
then.
how about
You look
how
like
about
you
some-
have some
you?
loose coin.
You hungry, bud?
Yeah.
All right, I'll break into my backpack and I'll hand over one of my trail rations to him. So.
He graciously accepts the rations and goes, "You are so kind, sir," and grabs onto your arm. You deserve the best in the world. Roll a perception, Avril.
Yeah, the minute he grabs my arm, I'm a little unnerved.
He's not going through for pockets or anything, but you notice that he might be a little unsickly.
Unsickly,
Or-
please define.
Um,
A little sickly?
a little
you mean?
sickly is what I meant.
Like he's a leper.
He
Possibly.
He may be disheveled and gross looking, but he seems unusually healthy.
Sickly.
All right, and I try to kind of like get my. All right, no, don't worry about it, bud. But we just gotta. I got some stuff I gotta get to across town. So I'm trying to like be very polite, but also get my arm away.
Perfect. Okay, he doesn't hang on to it.
Cool.
Roll me a fortitude check, though.
Fortitude. All right.
Okay. He moseys on with his trail rations, immediately digging into them. And the rest of your trip towards the library is unimpeded. More peddlers, trinkets, fruits, vegetables, a baker or two, someone slinging meat.
Hope that guy's all right.
And Alvarel is now a vector for disease transmission.
Demarius stands 5 feet away from.
I'm disgusted by what you did and allowed to have happen to you.
Like, give somebody some food. Everybody's been down. Everybody is down on their luck at some point.
Oh no, Demarius definitely would have. Like Demarius was like about to give him money before you did that.
Nah, go straight to rations. Skip the cash.
A true person in need would take the food.
Exactly.
All right, as you approach the front gates of the library are ornate and have writing in Orc. Neither of you speak it or read it.
No, it is specifically Orcish.
It is specifically Orcish.
I do not. Do I really want to? I do have. I don't have it prepared, so never mind.
All right, so
I don't like being a preparation caster. I like being an impulse caster.
all right. Well, if neither of you can read the writing, you can enter through the gates effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
And right smack dab center as you enter is a kind of prim and proper looking half orc.
Okay. Yeah, like definitely as I go through the gates, I'm looking for like a kiosk or something because I was given specific instructions like, hey, give this to somebody. So like I'm looking for the somebody to give this to.
This looks like to somebody.
All right. So I'll walk up. He's like, hello, excuse me.
Ah, hello.
I was told to give you this to get access.
Oh. He pushes his spectacles up on his nose a little bit and takes the writ from you and opens it and goes, oh my. Then kind of gives you a once-over, goes, interesting. All right.
Actually, would you mind? Can I take a look at that for just a second? I never actually read it. I wanted to know what it said.
He hands it back and goes, all right, here you go.
Sorry, your reaction sparked my curiosity. What is it? What does it say?
It says, the flower and compass requests gracefully that if you would allow these individuals into the library to do their research, it would be humbly appreciated.
Oh, it's like, so it's not like a library card. It's more like a written request of like, hey, let these yahoos into your graces.
Correct. And he goes, it's just not often that the flower and compass ask such favors.
Well,
tickled me impressed.
Well, I hope not to impugn on their reputation while I'm here. There's a couple of things I'd like to look through your shelves, as it were.
Well, I think this is enough to allow you to peruse today. Maybe tomorrow. Obviously, knowledge is very valuable, and we don't just let anyone through our gates.
I find that interesting.
We have to keep the lessers lesser, sir.
Really? Oh, interesting. Dude. And he's like, Alvaro is going through in their head, being like,
Oh my god, I can hear the hurt in your voice.
as like, do you find that stifles your ability to gain knowledge if you're not willing to freely share of it?
It does not.
Oh. Interesting. Well, thank you for allowing us entrance, and I will...
He slides
sure
a guest book over.
Oh, absolutely. And I will sign in the guest book.
The other one needs to do it as well.
I will sign the guest book.
Right. Do you use your actual names or do you use a...
I would use my...
Pseudonym.
Aliases.
Let me see. I'm trying to think here.
Sign it, Israel the Goblin.
Well, he's pretty popular around here. It's not a bad idea.
Do it. Out of character, do it. I dare you.
No, I wouldn't.
Do it. I want to see how this plays out. Fight in the library.
I would not sign as a pseudonym. I don't think. I would sign. Alvaro is not a bluff player. He's a strategy player, so he doesn't lie very well.
Okay. I assume same with Demarius?
What other name would he have?
I don't know. What other name would you
He wouldn't
concoct in the
he wouldn't
moment?
remember.
No, Demetrius would just sign it as his name.
He had a pseudonym prepared, but then he forgot it.
He once the book has been signed, he takes it back and he gestures. To your right, you'll find any nonfiction research thing you want. If you go to the left, you will find the fiction. It's a very small section, but it's there.
I was gonna say. Okay. When I was signing the logbook, how often does it look like this logbook gets signed? Like
Fairly frequently. It seems to be a lot of the same names coming through on just a quick glance.
I'm going to commit some of those names to memory that you don't have to come up on the spot with right now because it might not be important. But
give me just a base knowledge check then.
A base knowledge check, which so like, do you want
D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna make a note so I can get you those things later.
Yeah, and if it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. But it's one of those. It's better to have and not need than need and not have.
Okay. What are you looking for?
So kind of the similar gist of things when, like, especially like when we went to the place last time with Shiraj, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Looking for local info. So whenever I go to a new place, I'm always looking for like local information so I can justify my knowledge history, and everything. Kind of learn what's the deal with this area? How did it come to power? Like what are main imports and exports? Like this is a pretty massive city, right?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, so like there has to be a good reason for it, despite it just being a harbor. So there's a castle over there, there's a bunch of stuff. The only other thing that I would like call out specifically that isn't a part of the standard fare of like finding out what is around locally, I would want to see some atlases and maps to try and commit to memory and some of the ideas for getting us to where we need to go next.
Okay.
Especially considering what kind of a bit of a loop that we were thrown for on the way in here in the first place. And then, is this more of an academic library or more of a mystical library?
You haven't put your finger on which way it goes.
Okay. If I can
right off the blush.
Okay. I would, and if I'm feeling ever so bold, I might see if there's anything that I can find out about identifying necromancy based on the descriptions that I got from other party members, because I didn't directly see anything.
Okay, what are you searching for first?
Order of operations, order of importance, maps and atlases. And then
as you walk through to the right to the nonfiction area, you see it's a library. Things are labeled fairly well, between a history section, a map section, just right off, seeing some of those aspects. You can find.
I would assume those are both kind of in the same spot.
They're close,
schools, library,
adjacent.
There's a globe right next to the stack of encyclopedias.
Yep, you got it. So, and how long are you taking with the maps?
I would find this more important, and it's not necessarily like, do I have any? Come on, show me that I'm prepared. I have paper and ink in my character sheet, so I'm going to actually take some copies of maps so that way that I can have them, but also try and commit some of this stuff to memory.
Okay. While Avril's doing that, Demarius, are you going to do any research while you're there as well?
I mean, I guess I'll see if there are any books on religious artifacts.
All right. As you walk away, you find a religious section. It's kind of off in the corner, and you find all the books under lock and key.
Well, guess I'm not reading any books on religious artifacts.
You don't seek anyone out for that?
feel like Demirius wouldn't really want to draw attention to himself like that.
Okay.
But I'll probably make my way back to Alvarel and be like, and probably just be like, seems that they keep all the religious texts under stricter security.
Really?
Yeah, all the books are locked.
So not only is the information not public, there's a second tier of access. Like, look at once Demarius mentions that like there's a section of bookshelves that are locked. I look around. Are there any other sections that look locked around
From
me?
your spot with the map area and at your table, you don't find you don't rightfully see it. It is a very large building,
Okay,
2 stories even.
that's weird. I mean, do you think it's worth it to go talk to somebody so we can get access to it? I don't want to. First off, I don't want to impugn on the flower and compass.
No, you're definitely right. I think we should, at the very least, you should get what you wanted to get done first. That
Okay.
way we don't run the risk of them kicking us out prematurely.
Okay, in which case, hold this book open for me. I gotta trace some stuff.
I will hold the book.
All right, we'll go back to the other part of the party while you guys are doing your mapping. Muffinita and Israel and Birlevant.
You can go ahead, Muffins.
Just Muffinita sitting there watching the pair just eating cereal. Who knows where Muffinita got it? Is there any conversations you wish to have with Brilevant, Israel?
Let me get my screen to come back up here. I honestly have no idea because you said I'm dedicating quite a bit of effort into translating this.
You are.
So, I mean, am I gleaning anything that would be rightfully asked about?
You're getting some stuff out of it already.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff pointing towards the top advisor to the Duke not being so forthcoming.
Any notion as to what the deception is?
No, not quite yet. And if you share it with that, Brilevant will be very interested in that.
Well, I'm assuming he's observing and also maybe watching, so
Right.
I believe you had him roll to help. So he would be more or less kind of involved in the sense of saying that there's distrust or there's deception of the advisor. Does it give the advisor's name?
Yep, I'm pulling it up right now. The name is Harold Donstein.
Errol?
Yes, I'm messaging it to you right now.
Johnstein.
Just sent it to you. Bill Event proceeds to comment that it's interesting, that piece, because he's been an advisor for the duchy for many years, even for the prior Duke, that he kind of looks a little sheepish saying this, but continues, even the one that the Queen had dispatched brutally.
Ah. Interesting. What was he dispatched for?
The previous Duke?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know the history. Well,
Yeah.
back, probably 8-ish years ago, the two nations were at war, and the Queen's husband was killed in combat. And when that happened, the previous Duke sent a peace offering that if the Queen were to relinquish her lands and marry him and become one of his wives, that the two nations would find peace finally. And in response, she had his entire lineage systematically assassinated, leaving him for last. And it caused a power vacuum that allowed the new Duke to take hold.
So the new Duke's
Oh,
not related
Pear,
to the old
thank you.
Duke?
No. He is not.
Where did he come from?
He was one of the ranking military officials who saw the power vacuum, and, well, in their culture, some of it is fight for what you have, fight for what you take, you keep what you kill sort of situations.
The adage of might is right. Not to be confused with the privilege. It's more like, no, it is privilege. They have the
Muffins,
power.
Muffinita would have been given this history lesson from your father as you were raised.
Yeah, I already know this.
Yep.
Me in character and me out of character.
Correct. Though the current Duke, he does want the best for his people. He tends to... He bucks against the standards that were in place, but as anyone knows, change doesn't come quickly.
Oh, the standards that are changed.
Well, previously, there wasn't a library. All the books were kept in the castle for pure control. The library is probably only 3 years old, but it's restricted access. The economy is arguably doing better than it was. There's a little bit more free trade. Taxation is down. The poor are still poor, but he's trying to help bridge that gap.
Interesting.
Though these lands here are not as fertile per se back in Sylvania. That's what was always the notion of wanting to take the nation previously.
No. Cool. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna get back to this.
Afanita, anything you wish to do?
Gonna go wash my cereal bowl.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna. I mean, periodically just do rounds of the house.
All right, give me a perception for the fun of it. Everything is quiet on the home front.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Back to the nerds.
Okay, so
How long do you
cool.
spend?
That's
How long do you spend, and what areas are you particularly looking for?
so I don't want to overstay my welcome necessarily. Remind me, where's our next stopping point after we leave this city?
This is your stopping point, and then the next would be traveling back to Sylvania, back to Ashbourne. At the
Okay.
conclusion, as it stands, at the conclusion of your mission.
So, I'm sorry. Emissary doesn't need to go anywhere, but we're meeting here with somebody.
Correct, at the castle.
Oh, okay. When is that meeting? Is it scheduled, or is it just because the travel's so unpredictable? It is when we get there.
No,
2
it
days
is
from
scheduled.
now.
You made it in time. You have the rest of this evening and tomorrow to do anything in preparation before you have to be to the castle for your meeting.
Okay. The only other thing then, if I've got maps, atlases, other things, I would probably start going into local information and things that might be of help to have, like facts, statistics, other things in the back pocket in case the emissary needs it for the conversation. Do I know what kind of conversation they're looking to have in the
It's supposed
castle?
to be peace talks.
Okay, it's supposed to be peace talks. So
Brilevent did.
I mean-
You probably forgot this part because it was towards the end of last session. Brilevent has been here before. He's familiar with the customs and how to operate, and that's why he was selected for the peace talks.
That's a good idea. I'm going to look up customs for the area so that way I can make sure that the rest of us also follow those customs.
All right, let's see. What would be a good check for that?
Yeah, what's a good one to not stick your foot in your mouth?
Let's go knowledge local at advantage
not-
because you're researching.
I don't have it as a trained
That's
skill.
fine.
Okay.
That was an excellent roll.
Let's go advantage.
No, it's not called for dummies. 1 bone, 2 bone, red bone, blue bone. You do find a few books speaking on the customs of the area. Through these, you find that goblins are second-class citizens. They are one step above vermin, basically. They are the poorest of the poor. They're the vermin of the streets. Orcs are the upper echelon of the city, though other races tend to not get frowned upon.
Okay.
Strength is absolutely a key note. The strong survive. You find some archaic text on the concept of you keep what you kill kind of deal.
Okay.
But that's in line with the strongest will survive.
Wasn't it our plan at one point to send Israel in with the noble for these peace talks?
It was considered, but I think everyone determined that Demarius would be the best option.
Okay.
I believe was what was said last time.
I did.
Israel was only considered as a joke.
No,
Out of character.
I 100% will play it if you guys want me to. But
Yeah,
I completely think it's a terrible idea. In
Okay.
game.
I'm trying to remember everything that we went over. Okay, so then probably then it would probably pivot to I would ask Demarius, how much do you remember of court proceedings?
What would I roll for that?
Let's go knowledge local or nobility, whichever one you have.
Not much.
Okay. In which case, I would think we would do like the next logical idea would be we do a Princess Diaries style tutoring session, since you're going to be the one in the courtroom.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Avril, you may roll a knowledge, local, or nobility to teach Demirius on some.
Let's go.
Can you guys do it as a training montage?
I feel like maybe it would be in my best interest to speak with our emissary.
Might be wise.
It's probably what the training probably is that it's probably just information overload. Like there's a bunch of good information that I'm spitting out, but like half of it's a little contradictory, and it's just a lot of information. It's like Robert's rules of orders, but also not. It's like Robert's rules of keep what you kill. It's weird.
Right. Like you know the information, you just can't relay it in such a way that
Demirius is
is
taking
useful
it.
to me.
It's all because it's all just all contradictory, and like it's a part of it is just nuance as opposed to like actual information.
He's forgetful. It's in the title. Or it's in his
Marius
title.
is just slowly just shaking his head, like nodding his head, acting like he knows what's going on.
More to part. I second that club. Whack.
All right, coming to a vote. Seconded. Let's go. Motion carries.
Yeah, that'd probably be what I do next, and then thinking I was going to ask about the possibly trying to find something on necromancy, but the idea that the religious texts are locked up has me thinking that I'm not going to find anything on that either.
Do you continue walking the library then, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those.
So the library is expansive. It is
Yeah.
tall bookshelves, the rolly ladders along the shelves and everything. And
I
there's
love those.
stairs that go up to a second floor that is more like a loft area that
Okay.
looks down over the main floor. And when you make the trek up the upper floor, you find another locked section. It doesn't have a
Is
label on it.
It's not. Are there like tenders or anything, librarians around here?
Yeah, there's a few.
Excuse me.
Ah, yes. How may I help you?
What's in this section?
Well, if you don't know what it is, then you obviously don't belong in there. Roll perception.
Sure.
Or not perception, but diplomacy.
Can't you just be like, books are in there?
I mean, I don't think I would necessarily. It's a genuine curiosity. What's in there is like, unless you,
Yeah.
I will give you diplomacy, but it ain't gonna end well.
No. He stands his ground on that. If you don't know, you don't need to know.
Okay.
Well, since we're here, I'd like to ask him why the religious texts are also locked.
Oh, that is for a more simplistic. The churches ask that not everyone have access to the religious text because zealots get in and, how do I say this? Deface their opposing deities. So, we keep them locked up, and when those interested want to have access, we at least know who has had them last, so we can prosecute appropriately and cut the hand off the right person.
Makes sense. Would it be possible for me to get into that section?
Yes, what are you looking for? Come follow me. Let's find you the book that you were looking for.
All right, I'll follow him.
Do I see like a spot? Like, can I read a spine of any of the books or anything? Did like anything have like any kind of indication whatsoever?
Roll me a
Like-
perception at disadvantage.
All right, that's an 11.
Nothing stands out that catches your eye with just at a glance.
This is gonna bother me for a week. But I follow.
All right. He goes down and unlocks the section. Pulls out a big jangly thing of keys and unlocks the section and goes, "What are we looking for today?"
Do you have anything on Valoria?
The orc tilts his head and goes, "Valoria? I'm not familiar with that one. Let's take a look. We might have something. I'm just not familiar." And he goes through and he...
Would it be odd that he doesn't know who Valoria is?
You know that based on your education that you've learned of Valoria, Valoria is not common in all regions.
Gotcha.
Ah, here we go. He pulls out a book and blows the dust off of it. And it's not a very big book. And it's kind of in rough shape. But he goes, "Well, here you are."
I'll take it from him and thank him kindly for the
point to a book for you to sign. Gotta check it out.
All right,
Yeah,
I will check it out.
Be careful with those things. Your hands look pretty nice.
I mean, I probably wasn't gonna leave with it. I would probably read it, like flip through it there to see if it had anything interesting.
Yep. And as you go to a table, he doesn't stray very far from you. They obviously keep the security very seriously. He's probably about 15 feet away.
And like when he grabs the book of Valoria, can I take this one?
Do you just grab a random book?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Cool.
Points to the book.
Well. I'll gladly sign as well.
All right, now I gotta pick a random deity. Thanks for that.
No problem.
Grimish.
Is Malgublia in this system?
You randomly just subconsciously grab the one for Nogurber.
Nurgurgurgurgurgur.
I specifically didn't want to
roll me a d20.
Okay, sure. I specifically didn't want to ask for Norgurber because I feel like that would tip the hand a little too much.
How to pronounce your deity's name?
You grabbed the book of Gozray.
Gozray.
Gozer.
And it's also equally dusty.
Huh. Ooh. Interesting.
So we'll start with Demirius. In your research, a lot of the pages are faded and the ink is not holding so well. I assume you're looking for anything on the staff of the Wayfinder?
Yeah, anything that mentions like Wayfinder or way or finding, like anything like that. A staff.
Go and do a knowledge religion at advantage in your research.
Nice.
Okay. You don't find anything particularly about the staff of the Wayfinder, but you do find that the staff was for many, what was believed to be the staff was held. Sorry, I need my map now. Nope, that's not a map. That's a map. In the kingdom of Shirk, which I'll send you some information on that. That in the mountains of Shirk there is a temple. Not so much like the Flower and Compass, an actual temple. Devote to Valeria. And it gives you vague coordinates on where to find it. and the rest of the passage is unreadable.
I will make note of the coordinates. Or rather, I might whisper over to Alvarel and ask him if he could jot this down since he has paper and ink.
Yeah, I'll jot some stuff down. I'll take notes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. If that's all the information I find, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will carefully close the book back up and return the book.
All right. Avril.
Yeah.
Gozray is a dualistic deity of nature and considered the god of storm and sky, and also the goddess of the wave and surf.
Neat. I was just thumbing through the book while Demarius was going through stuff.
You pick up some things.
Yeah, it was really more just killing time. So like as soon as I noticed that Demarius is closing the book, I'll close my book as well. Equally gingerly, he's like, "All right, go."
All right. Make a note that for probably the next week, you probably can roll a knowledge religion at advantage on this specific deity.
I'm sure that'll be used.
Totally. All right. I don't think I need to do anything more at the library. Alvarel, do you have anything else you want to look at?
I think we're good for today. We'll if there's any we might need to come back depending on what other people say. But
Sure.
I think that's enough booking for me.
All right. As you leave, you get stopped by the front receptionist and goes, "Please understand, but we'll have to search to make sure you're not leaving with any books."
You said books specifically.
Yes, our property.
Oh, absolutely.
A couple stocky orcs come out and give you a quick shakedown, and once you prove that you don't have any books, away you go. They're very gentle and polite about it.
Okay.
Away we go.
Where do you go next?
Probably back to camp, back to base.
Yeah.
Once we're like a block away, I'll be like, "Really? They lock all their books up?"
Time to book
twice.
Fun fact about orcs is
Definitely
their
seems a
version.
little odd.
Fun fact about orcs: their version of gentle is about with 3 police officers and a Rodney King.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
That's so. I don't know. That's weird. But information should be free. That's weird.
All right, you make it back to the safe house, back with your compatriots.
As we're walking back, does it look like anyone's like following us or
Roll a perception.
watching us?
Yeah, you guys seem
God.
free and clear.
Okay.
I'm happy that things don't change around here.
More things change, more things stay the same.
I hate rolling on roll 20.
All right. You make it back. You find that the door is locked.
Shave and a haircut.
I assume you knock, and Muffinita sees that as the pair of you, and lets you in.
2 cents. Is that it?
2 bits, I think.
It's 2 bits, not 2 cents.
Oh, whatever. 2 coppers. Yeah, I'll go to the door and hold on.
Knocking gets more aggressive.
I sneak to the door and to see who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need a perception as well?
No, you see it's them.
All right. Does the door have a glass window on part of it?
No, just a little peek hole.
Okay. I will open the door and let them in.
Would it be the correct height?
No, Muffin brought a stool with, climbs up, slides it open, sees it's them.
We just hear a bunch of shuffling and like the screeching of chair legs.
No, I did it stealthily.
Yeah,
Yeah, but have the chair roll.
Part of the
the
stealth.
chair rolled stealthily also.
100% you did not see him pull or her pull up a stool and put it in front of the door.
Anything that the party would like to discuss before we call it a night?
Did you? They keep their books locked up.
Brillance does a long sigh. Yes, they do.
Like that's weird, right?
You have to understand, not all nations think knowledge is free. As I explained to the others here, it was just in the last 3 years that they even have a library that lets public use of some sort.
Have you been to the library?
I have not.
There was a whole section that was locked off. They wouldn't even let us know it was in that section.
It was unnamed, unmarked, very peculiar.
Brilvant stops and thinks for a moment and goes, I can't say for sure, but if I were a betting man, I would say that's probably more along of magical tomes and mythical text. Which
That makes sense.
they keep very, very much an eye on. Assad, they find that their magic users are among their highest casts, if you prefer.
Interesting.
Did you find what you were looking for while you were out?
Did. I found a lot of good information. Took some copies of some maps. Read about a really cool deity that I didn't know that much about. Gozray, if you're familiar.
I am not. It's always
I
great to
was-
find new knowledge that one has not encountered before.
If we have time to... I have another idea. I don't know if we'll have time to execute. But anyways. And then Demarius had a conversation at the Flower and Compass.
Oh. I'm not familiar with the Flower and Compass.
Seems to be she's not quite as prolific as she was in Ashbourne.
Oh.
I'll sort of give a light explanation of who Valoria is.
Oh. Okay. That's very interesting. I would love to have more conversation with you about your deity. She sounds fascinating.
We are all about telling stories, so I would be happy to tell you.
And Israel is still very adamantly decoding the book. Which Brilvan proceeds to point at Israel, goes, this goblin is absolutely intriguing and fascinating. He is such a wonderful young man.
Any luck with the book there, bud?
Israel, do you notice the new people in the room?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Probably heard him coming up before they even got to the door.
Not me, though.
Well, I already know you're in the room, so. Yeah.
And through
You
his
can't hide. You can't hide from me. The door's not blocking my view.
you find that the potato stew recipe was more information than recipe.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a whole lot of things going into potato stew. Is there any other more clairvoyance other than
Nope.
the deception of the Duke?
Yes, that's about all you found so far.
Okay. For tomorrow.
But there's still the rest of the evening if you wish to continue decoding.
Oh, yeah. No, we're gonna get through this.
Do you want any help?
Yeah, if you want. I'm already getting help from the diplomat. But it's entirely up to you if you want to continue it. If you want to.
If you wish to assist, I will need a linguistic check.
Linguistics? Where is that? Oh, there it is.
Right up for over perception.
There you go.
Perfect. Instead of taking all night, you'll just take probably until about 10, 11, 12 at night to finish decoding the rest of the book.
By the end of the decoding session, I imagine that like it just looks like Charlie figuring out where the mail is coming from.
I know that scene. I love it. And yeah, vaguely. At the end of the decoding, you find out in the documents he believes that there is something foul going on. That the Duke is being led astray and not being told everything. And that necromancy is at play within the city. And he believes that the advisor, Harold Donstein, has a lab about 10 miles south of the city. But he was unable to find the exact location.
It's always the advisor.
Tropes
Because
are
those
tropes for a reason.
Those who can't advise, knowing full well the irony of being a professional project manager. What was that name again?
Harold Donstein. Here, I'll send it. I'll put it in handouts.
Cool.
Any indication on where to actually find it? Like it's above ground?
And
underground?
Harold is believed to be much older than he lets on for being a human.
Would I be able to figure out where 10 miles south is on any of those maps that I put together?
You can.
Oh, Harold. I heard Harold.
No, Harold.
Harold. Yeah, I'll mark
Okay.
it out and
Yeah, no worries. It's just more of a can
Whereas-
I?
We're assuming he doesn't have any proof other than Harold suspectedly has a lab 10 miles south of the city.
correct. There is no proof at hand.
So this is pretty heavy.
But not substantial enough.
Which leads me to believe that were conversation to, and I'll turn to Brillavant when talking about this. Say, it leads you to believe that during conversation in the court, were to conversation head this way, we probably shouldn't say anything about it yet without conclusive evidence.
Brillant nodding. I agree.
Unless you think otherwise. Okay.
No, I agree. We should, unless we have definitive proof, we should not cast stones.
In glass houses.
They have those here?
No, it's a. What do you people call those things? Speeches of figures.
Oh.
Brillant
tired.
proceeds to turn his attention to you, Demiris, and goes, I hope you're ready for a late night, because we have much to discuss, so you're ready to join me in court.
Oh, don't worry. I gave him a primer.
Please give me a refresher.
And through the rest of the evening, Brillavant, being very accustomed to the area, lays out some of the customs. Bowing is not among protocol. The Duke of El Saad, he is very much not a politician. He was a general previously, so he still kind of operates in that fashion, where respect goes a long way, but he doesn't expect those who come to him to be beneath him. Show of strength tend to go a long way, and he also informs you to be ready to drink a lot of ale.
No problem there.
So the first thing you do when you walk in is just like deadlift the emissary.
Right over your head. Ah!
No, you don't want to do the emissary because you're coming there for peace treaty. So you just straight up deck the second in command in the face. And then you deadlift his unconscious body and then very gingerly set it in the table and then have a victory drink. Also, generally, the second in command is slightly more burly fighter, probably, than the first in command. And probably vastly stupider.
I don't think I'll make that assumption.
It's orcs, you can make assumptions.
Hey, at least I don't have to be smart.
Nope, Brillavant says that's what he's there for. He'll do all the talking.
I'll just try and look strong.
That will work. Call it a night?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Well, everyone else can call it a night. Brillavant and Demiris will stay up later.
Christ.
Sounds good.
All right. Start of the next morning. Avril, are you going to have people standing watch, or are you going to trust the locks and everything?
I'll do the first 2 hours on watch, at least, even if other people aren't.
Okay.
Which will probably act like if they're staying up late, that's 2 hours that they could conceivably doing a watch. Second watch would be your 2 hours, and then I'm awake for the rest of the night because I only need 4.
That works for me.
Cuckoo, choo.
Sounds good. Just do what we always do.
All right. As you come out of your trance, Avril, will you roll me a fortitude check, please?
Okay.
Oh, God.
You feel bogged down. And oof. You take 6 points of wisdom damage.
Okay.
The fuck?
He got brain leprosy.
I come out of my trance, and for the first time, I feel like, did I do that wrong? That's weird. Yeah. Get some water, start my day, kind of get my wits back about me.
You look a little worse for the wear, but not horrible.
Okay.
What does everyone do for the morning, and what do you do with your day? The emissary mentions that Demiris, you need to dress the part, so he recommends you getting clothes. to match
Oh, right.
an emissary role. The rest of you don't need to dress the part, but he would appreciate it if you dressed nicely.
Oh, shopping.
Sounds like it.
I guess we better go find some clothes. Damn. Cure disease is a 3rd level in Pathfinder? Fuck.
Yeah.
Assuming you actually know that you are. Gotta roll a heal check, baby.
Yeah.
I once had a player for like 5 sessions on another game of mine go with actual leprosy and not know. Because they rolled really shitty on their heals.
Yeah, nothing to me says that I might have something other than just like a bad
Who has
chance
heal
to do.
for a skill?
I have it trained. I don't have. Fortunately, I believe heal is a. No, it's a. What is what is the
It's an
base
untrained
stat?
wisdom.
What is
Wisdom.
Yeah,
Wisdom.
which is a great thing.
Wholesale. Wholesale, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is the general store owned by a halfling? Why is their last name is Tall Fellow? Is that some fucked up joke?
There are tall fellow halflings. That's like an off-brand.
You know, like small feet.
Is Demirius's casual racism spreading?
Who knows?
Anyhow, if we need to get clothes, I imagine I would go to Quirks and Essentials first, because they'll likely have stuff in my size. That's not shopping in the children's section.
Anyway, anyone with a heal check can make a perception on Avril to notice his unwellness. Anyone who has heal as trained.
So
Make
I have
perception.
to make a perception.
Correct. Avril looks okay. Alright, so Muffinito wants to go to Quirks and Essentials. Anyone else want to go anywhere specifically?
I'm gonna ask the emissary where he suggests we get clothes.
Anywhere in the richer part of town, I would recommend. Northgate, Lightbridge is kind of pushing it. Definitely stay within the city walls. Once you go outside the city walls, it's unfortunately poverty. Their clothes are not typically made to last.
The richer section, that's more where the wobbly gay is.
Yeah, by where the library was.
Correct.
Okay, well, we can go to
Right there. Oh. So,
we can go
Wobbly
to
Gaze is there,
Quirks
and
and
the
Essentials.
Quirks and Essentials is there.
Yeah, we can go there first and then make our way to Wobbly Gaze if there's not anything up stuff.
Okay.
Good.
We'll go with
Let's do this.
Israel. Will you roll me a d20, please?
I gotta remember all this crap again. Fletch. I think that's how I'm supposed to do this. Huzzah!
As you make your way there, nothing out of the ordinary. I assume all of you are going, correct?
Yeah, I would be.
Is
Brilvent
the emissary
is
going
going-
with us?
Yeah, Brilvent will go with, just so he can make sure everyone's dressed the part. Mostly Demarius.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Nothing out of the normal comes to be. Again, it's kind of between early and mid-morning. Stands are starting to open up. Some are selling pastries and warm drinks to help combat the brisk air of the sea and the wind blowing in. But you make it to Quirks and Essential unscathed.
Huzzah.
And as you enter, there is a single halfling, a little taller than the rest of the halflings that you've ever encountered, but still very halfling-like, stocking some shelves.
Like, what is on the shelves? Is it just general goods and wares, or
General
like,
goods
is
and
there-
wares.
Okay.
There's some clothing racks and whatnot. And Ptolemy turns and looks at you as you enter and goes, "Ah, welcome! What can I help you find today?"
Need clothes.
Oh my, a goblin.
Hi.
Not every day we have one of your kind come in. What kind of clothes are you looking for?
I'm gonna defer to the emissary. I'm assuming he's with us.
Yes. And the emissary, just kind of gestures at himself in his fine garb. As close to this as you can find for for my compatriots, please. Ah, that is a tall order. I think we can find something. And then,
Is it a tall order because he's a tall fellow?
Other than a tall fellow can't fix.
after some searching, he finds some finer clothes. Somewhere between not quite nobility, not quite a scholar, somewhere in between there. And he presents a number of options not matching, but similar color scheme as what the emissary is wearing, which is
I'm looking for a nice, like, formal gown type thing.
I will be looking for something that is a looser fit, so maybe one size up, and I'm going to have to head to a tailor after so that I can wear it over my chain shirt and still have movability.
okay. Essentially, what he is providing is a scholar's outfit, which comes with a robe, a belt, a cap, soft shell shoes, and a kind of denim cloak.
Oh, robe. Okay, robe would be fine. No one's going to notice I'm not wearing the soft shoes, right?
You should be fine.
Good.
Relevant comments. But that will run 5 gold
A piece or total?
a piece.
Whew.
And as you mentioned, you are looking for a tailor. He mentions there is one not too far, marked with a T. And he has stuff in each of your sizes, incidentally.
Oh, I will look to the emissary and say,
You're not getting your clothes here.
Okay, I didn't think so. I heard the description and I was like, I don't think that's gonna work.
I will go with Muffinita to the tailor.
All right. Is that satisfactory for you, Alvaro?
Yeah, I think it is.
All right. Everyone subtract your 5 gold.
Sure.
And then off to the tailor you go. Once you get there, you find a gnome just tinkering away at some clothing, making some adjustments, and doesn't even notice that you walk in the door. Oh,
Excuse me.
oh, hello. Yes, hi, hello. What can I help you with? You're not one of my customers, are you?
I soon to be am one, I hope.
Oh, okay. Good. What can I do for you?
I'm looking to get some alterations done to this robe and accompanying items.
Oh,
What's your turnaround time like?
Oh, I'm very busy. But, coin can expedite anything. How fast do you need it?
Yeah, no,
By this evening?
Oh. That is fast. What alterations are you looking for? And am I altering everyone's whatevers?
Just mine. I need this robe to fit snugly, still have freedom of movement, but essentially not seem like I am well armored underneath it.
Oh, you sneaky devil.
Well, I interject and say that I will also need that.
Oh, a goblin.
Although I'm not wearing a chain shirt now. Yes, I.
It's not every day I get one of you in here.
I'm noticing.
Well, I think we can do something with that. For the work, does the math in his head, and then let's call it 15 gold apiece, and I can make your alterations and have it ready this evening.
Out of character wholesale, you said there's a belt?
Correct. I believe I said there's a belt.
Okay, how wide?
Just normal belty, yes.
Okay, I'll pull out Mr. Stabby and say, I also need a interior left-hand side breast pocket sewn into this robe.
Oh. You are a sneaky devil, aren't you?
No, just cautious.
Same for you, little goblin, yes?
I'm gonna need one for both the left and the right.
Oh. Aren't you a sneaky devil? Ah, this is fun. For
Yes.
something to hide weapons, though. That's sneaky. That could get me in trouble. Let's call it 25 gold for silence fee.
Call it Diplomacy 20.
What do you say?
Oh, about the whole ordeal. I thought you were gonna go along with something of convincing them that it's all right.
Well, he thinks it's alright. He's just going to charge more.
You can charge more. Okay. Well, that's fine either way. Don't really care.
Okay. So yeah, he'll make the alterations for 25 gold a pop. And have it ready by the evening.
Okay, I'll further with some details around how I want the knife sheath to fit with it and whatnot.
The gnome comes around the corner and with his tape measure and just takes measurements of both of you and takes a look at what you brought him and he goes, all right. This makes sense. This is good. Good. Very good. Yes. This evening. Let's say just after sundown. Come see me and I'll have it ready. What's your name? Better yet. Miss Halfling and Mr. Goblin. I don't want names. I don't. Plausible deniability. And he takes the stuff and proceeds to go back around the counter.
Okay.
I appreciate your discretion, but
Discretion? I don't know what you're talking about.
we're not up to any, like...
I don't want to know.
I just raised my hands defensively. Okay.
It was nice meeting you.
Do the rest of you need any alterations of sneaky varieties?
I think I'm good, actually.
Brilvent looks at you, Demirius, and goes, not here either. So, when you leave there, Muffinita, give me a d20 as Brilvent leads you away.
Just 1d20?
Just one d20. All right. As you're traveling deeper into the North Gate, Brilvent seems to be knowing where exactly he's going. You leave the tailor there, and by the time you hit this intersection, Brilvent bumps right into an adventurer. A burly, like 6'6" tall fighter who immediately takes offense to this situation. Brilvent's trying to be apologetic, but stammering over his words. And you find that you're in a semi-confrontation with 6 adventurers. What do you do?
Hang on. Do they look like they're from here?
No.
In the sense of no. Okay.
In fact, a lot of their gear looks lesser quality than yours.
Well, we'll start with just the simplest of things. We'll go with that. And then probably word it in a apologetic fashion and say that my dear friend here meant no offense to you or your party members. But we will be very vigilant in moving forward and hope that you have a wonderful day. And that you don't let this transgression ruin or sully any more of your day.
God, that diplomacy is way too good.
That's just because I'm the only one who can use it. Just
Another person that rounds the corner sees the commotion as well and goes, don't you mind this big oaf? He's wearing red robes and kind of radiates magic.
I guess it's better than irradiating magic.
You all feel magically powerful now.
Muffinita, will you roll a perception, please? Okay. After some little back and forth, the 6 adventurers that you've bumped into move on. The sorcerer at hand, bowing his head, going, apologies, we'll be on our way. Don't mind the big oaf. He has no manners. He's not properly trained yet. And away you go. And you make it to the next tailor, where Brilvent seems to know the human that is manning the tailor. While you're there, it takes probably about 45 minutes of this tailor taking measurements of you, Demirius. And he asks, is there any alterations you wish to have of your wardrobe?
I'll look to the emissary and ask if I'm allowed to.
As long as you look the part, that is what I care about.
Can you make it so I can wear a chain shirt under it?
I sure can. He alters the measurements a little bit to help accommodate the chain shirt. Anything else?
No, I think that will be good.
Okay.
Awesome.
How much are my clothes?
Oh. Well. Your total comes to 75 gold. Brilevant stays her hand, goes, I will accommodate this fee.
Well, all right. Thank you.
Your new wardrobe is designed specifically to look kind of gaudy. There's some gems inlaid within the collar and the sleeves, and it comes with a brooch for the Kingdom of Sylvania, and it comes with a signet ring as well. It is whites and blues. It is far spectrum from what you normally wear.
Yep. I feel out of place in this.
But you look damn good. Doop 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 doo. I gotta open one thing. All right. The rest of your day is yours. What do you wish to do with it? Where would you like to go? What would you like to see? What would you like to do?
I had an idea, but if I'm not feeling too well, I might just take it easy a little bit.
Do you say that you don't feel well?
Yeah, I mentioned it. It's like if we're done here, I'm gonna go back to the bunkhouse and I'm gonna trance again. I don't feel too great.
Demiris, if you like, you can perform a heal check to see if you can identify what is wrong with your good friend, Alvarel.
All right. Place your bets.
Yeah,
God damn.
Nice.
Checking him out, you believe he has something called cackle fever. It's an early set on to it. You now are taking good notice of his symptoms, and you also know that being in close contact with him like this is dangerous for you.
Oh God.
Oh God, what?
Wouldn't you get you to a goddamn healer?
Isn't that like what you do?
We're gonna need. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have the ability to get rid of this, right?
You're pretty confident that you don't, not currently.
I'm gonna be like, this is beyond my capabilities.
Relevant is now very curious on. I'm sorry. He has what?
Yeah, I have what?
I'll explain if I'm not mistaken, he looks like he has onset of cackle fever, which would explain how he's been feeling so far.
Cackle fever.
Stop that.
Is that Brillavant?
No.
It'd be funny if it was.
Do I know anything? Like, do I know if it's like a disease or something? Probably.
You know it's a disease.
Yeah. So, we're probably gonna want to try and find a healer that has the ability to cure, remove disease.
Okay, I admit I don't know where to find a healer here. I've never needed one. I suppose we can try any of the churches. They would have clerics.
Yes. Would I get the sense that Miss Quinton would have the ability to assist?
It would be possible.
Hmm.
There is also a church right across the street, if need be.
Oh, well, then fuck it. Oh, I didn't. Wait, there is?
Temple of Shaylin.
Oh, across the street from the
Yes.
Flower and Compass. Okay. Then I'll mention that. I'll say I believe there's a church across from the Flower and Compass where we went to last night. We should head there.
Perfect. Demarius, roll me a d20.
Oh, fuck this town. I don't know what it is, but roll 20 fucks with my computer so bad.
As you make your way, Relevant is taking wide berths from Alvarell. Like he's a leper almost. Apologetically, I'm so sorry, but stays a good distance away. But your trip from the secondary tailor goes without hindrance. More peddlers, more food, more stands are opening up. People slinging trinkets, shiny variety. Israel, do you get caught by any of the shiny?
Not the shiny.
Shiny.
Nope.
Hey, proud of you, Israel. You make it to the Flower and Compass, and you enter, and Madame Quinton is behind the bar once again, except the bar is now completely empty. There's no patrons or anything in there. Oh, welcome
Walk up
back.
and sit at the bar.
Oh,
Ow.
hello.
I actually won't go in the bar. Just picking up on the fact that I've been given a wide berth, I'm just not going to go inside.
What can I didn't expect to see you. I don't have any information for you yet, Demarius.
That's quite all right. Not looking for information at the moment. More looking for some clerical assistance.
Oh.
It seems a friend of mine who you met with when we were last here came in contact with, I believe, someone who was afflicted with something and is now showing early signs of said affliction. So we're
do you
curious
know
if you
what he
knew.
has?
I'll say it in a low enough tone that like other people around can't really hear because I don't want it like
The bar's empty.
sending. Oh, it's empty. I'll say I'm pretty sure he has early onset signs of cackle fever.
Oh dear, there is a small outbreak in the outside the city walls, but we don't get too much of that in here. Bring him on. Where is he? Do I have to go to him?
He's just out in the
We'll go
street
get
right
him
now.
and-
I'll go get him. I'll walk out the door and motion to Alvaro.
All right.
Do you understand? I have to charge for this service.
But I'll pay it. It's fine.
Well, of course, you'll get a discount on it.
It's very kind of you.
I'm trying to figure out what you would actually charge for it.
It's a good question.
Yeah,
I
that was a
would-
question.
Roll it like you're making a scroll of cure wounds or whatever.
Um, I feel like that would be an overinflation of the actual cost.
Well,
Um,
what would it cost to brew a potion typically? I know you just did the research on this.
yeah, potion brewing. D20.
I know
depends,
item.
It depends on the specifically which type of potion it is. Give me a second. I gotta pull it up.
I know item crafting. It's usually like half the cost.
Yeah, but this one I think is determined on the spell level. It's
Yeah,
gonna-
Right.
exactly. Spell levels 0, first, second, third. Here, I've got.
Well, I mean, that's the way it is for magic items too.
Yeah, I'm sending it over. So there's the potion page. Essentially, price of potion equal to the level of the spell times the caster's level times 50 GP. So that's
This says 10 times spell level times caster level for services.
so it's calling removed a potion of cure disease at 750 gold. That's market price.
How much?
750.
Damn. Which is close to what this would actually come out to be. So, 10 times spell level, which is a 3rd level spell. She'll say it's I can remove the disease. And, cackle fever's a nasty one. I bet you feel bogged down, don't you? So I can do it for 200 gold. And then she starts preparing to do the spell.
Done. I will take out the 200 gold.
As you're counting through your coin, Demarius, you notice that your 30 gold that you paid for the fee is still in there for the fine earlier.
I'll kind of just look at it sideways, sort of squint at it, scratch my head a little, and just shrug.
As you pay the fees, she proceeds to cast some holy light onto you, Averil. And in a flash, you feel better. Then she proceeds to say, be mindful on who you let approach you. Especially when you're
Okay.
outside the city walls.
Well, we were right down the main street.
Oh, well, poppers still get in.
But duly noted. Thank you.
First be popping.
Well, since you're here, have you eaten? Are you looking for any other services?
I could eat.
Yeah, we actually haven't eaten, so food sounds great. What do you got?
Well, I have our cook right now is making some bison ramen with onion, and you can get a glass of whiskey with it for 5 silver pieces. Or we have a dire pig pie with a sharp cheese, it's a cheddar, and we can get you a tankard of beer for 5 silver pieces. Or we have a specialty in right now. We got just fresh off the ships last night, Triceratops pie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a hunter went out to some land and found some Triceratops. They hunted them and brought them back to us.
So this is a game mechanics question. When you say Triceratops, do you mean?
I mean a Triceratops.
Now this is amazing to me personally, but to Alvaril, is that like, is it a delicacy? Is it like Wagyu beef or like what?
You're closer to Wagyu beef. You don't come across it very often, but you know it's a very dangerous game to hunt.
The last time that I had Triceratops, easily like, must have been like 2 years ago or something. Oh, delicious, like just. It's I gotta get one.
And it will come with also a tankard of beer. That will be 5 gold.
Shoot, I might see if I can take one to go.
Well, if that's what you need, I'm more than happy to provide.
I feel like I'm very intrigued by this Triceratops, so that's what I'll get.
Listen, if get it now, you never know when you'll get it again.
Sure, why not?
Wagyu, the most overrated beef ever. Israel, what are you getting?
I'll go for it. It sounds rare.
Muffinita.
Yeah.
All right. Brill Event being a simple man, he goes for the bison ramen. You have your meal, and the Triceratops pie is fantastic.
What's it taste like? What kind of meat?
Close to beef. If you were to compare it to something, it tastes like cow.
Love me some beef.
Yeah, I don't have anything that sounds like it'd be funnily derailing.
Avril,
Yes.
roll me a d20.
Sorry, sir.
Fuck this
not
down,
the
oh my
before, D20, sure.
D20.
There it is.
I never want to go anywhere. Just gonna stay in the fucking house, safe house.
All right, there you go.
Copy.
Demirius, while you sit at home and do nothing, roll me a d20.
Become a neat.
All right. While you enjoy, do you have any other drinks for the smaller folk? Mug sizes are appropriate.
No, I gotta be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, likewise. This is specifically just a social event. Like, I ain't going to town tonight.
Well, it's not night yet. Still probably early afternoon, if that.
I just failed sleeping, which is something I don't even do. I ain't taking any chances.
Pterodactyl yolk beer.
So,
Hi.
Muffinita,
Uh-huh.
do you want to maybe go snoop on that ship?
I knew you snooped.
Did you say that loud enough to be heard?
Yeah, you might as well. We
I'm
are
gonna
here
look
for
up.
a purpose.
I'm going to. So you say that, and be like, you guys might want to wait until after the meeting. Let's
Yeah, I
not
think
let's
we.
not get caught and then go have audience with the nobility.
I agree. I think we keep a low profile.
Was- Is this an opening negotiation in the sense of it's going to take multiple sessions of them coming back to talk with the noble, or is it supposed to be we get one chance at it?
Boy, this pie sure is really tasty! I exclaim, seemingly out of nowhere. Like, probably in the top 3 non-dessert pies that I've ever had. I nod to myself and continue eating.
I I agree. It's very good.
Perfect. This is a fantastic point for everyone to step away, change out their laundry, use the restroom, get some water, and then we will continue on with the adventure.
Okay.
I
Ah,
didn't think my question would
oh,
reset us back to food.
well, I need to pee, so I want to take a small 5-minute break.
I mean, no, that's fine. I loved how nobody answered that question. All
Well,
right.
I said we should keep a low profile for the time being.
Well, yeah, no, it was an out of character question of if this is are we going to have to come back for more diplomatic things? Like, I feel like the diplomat would give us a rundown on how um these negotiations start. Like, is this you get 1 day to negotiate? Like, this is the only time the ambassador can come in, or is this they sit down and start talking about peace talks, making deals, talking about intercommerce, talking egregiances, and it takes like 3 to 4 days.
And that's out of character question?
Yes, in a
Why not
certain
just
sense.
ask
I
the
don't.
emissary how many days of meetings he anticipates?
Well, I feel like he would have given us a rundown because, like, we're going to be sitting outside the room, yes, but we would have at least a notion of how long this could possibly take.
Gotcha.
Like, are they?
I understand. Carry on.
Uh-huh. No, that's fine. Oh, well, you can wait the 5. I'm gonna probably, I don't know, go stand up and walk.
Yeah, stand up and go walk.
I can do that with my headset on.
It really is good pie, though.
I was gonna say something along the lines of, tastes like that one time I had a brazen dwarf. Because their meat's tougher. Completely forgot. Now I have. So wholesale. You know that little fuzzball?
The one that you're trying to get out of your yard and find a rescue for?
Yeah, not in the yard anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. I'm assuming it's a she
Uh-huh.
because it's got the same pattern as Mama Kitty,
Okay.
and apparently those are all inherently females.
Oh.
Generically, almost always female. So yeah, no, now it's more difficult to be in my bathroom because I didn't know if he knew how to use a litter box, and she does, but then proved me wrong. Thank goodness I put it in the tub. Yeah, you're adorable, and she likes to bite toes.
Oh. That's fun.
Yeah, no, she got mad at me because I shot her with the spray bottle. Said, no, we don't bite toes. She was not happy with it.
Also, Alias, thank you for circumventing the one combat I thought I had planned for this.
You're welcome. I mean, all happy to help. Come here. Stop being distracted by my toe. There you go. You get to hear it.
We had the fucking adventurers.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh. Oh, I suppose. Yeah. Well, you got to use it when you get the chance.
and for the record, Levi, with every D20 roll, your reaction is exactly what I expected.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous would be reducing it by one dice category every time you get upset.
We flipping a coin.
Let's see here. We did it, what, 4 times?
More than that.
5 times? So let's see here.
We did it once to the Rose and Compass, once to
6
the
times.
library, once back to the safe house, once to the first tailor, to the first general store, once to the tailor, once to the second
Nope.
tailor.
Was not to the first tailor. It was from the second tailor to the Rose or the Flower and Compass.
So 6.
Yep.
So let's see, it would be a D20. Then it would theoretically go up to a D12. Then a D10. D8. D6. D4. D3.
Well,
Not
not
quite
all
true.
the occurrences can happen a second time.
No, I'm just saying if you reduced it every time his reaction in the size category, we'd have one more and then we'd be flipping a coin. Big stretchy kitty. Yeah.
Oh,
he's
and
so-
wholesale, for the purpose of
Did you just-
entering the castle, they're only going to, if they're patting us down, that is, they're only going to detect my dagger if they feel me up.
I'd imagine as a retinue we'd be fine right up until you got to the actual audience chamber.
I'm also
Because-
gonna carry my bow in so that, as deception, that is the weapon I'll turn over while we're getting through what I presume to be some form of castle security. Unless they got magical metal detectors, that might be a problem.
Ooh, that's good. Thank you, Muffins.
Those don't exist. I literally just made that up.
No, that's a great idea.
Yeah, but there's, again, for a diplomatic party, in many cases, they would not disarm us, they would just keep the armed people away and under watch of guard.
Muffins and Alias, I sent you a couple messages regarding your hidden pocket.
Okay, but give me 1 second here, I'm trying to...
No, it's just you get a +2 on your hidden pocket when you're, doing a sleight of hand to hide something in it.
Alright, nice sweet thing. You just drank and you're a terribly sloppy drinker. Holy crap, your chin is soaked. I mean, I'm glad you're drinking, don't get me wrong.
And good thing that that gnome rolled high on their craft checks.
That is a good thing.
Terrible thing, no gnomes being good at their jobs.
If I'm dumping this money on a fancy new set of robes, I'm gonna get some life out of them, and I want them to be good.
Did you up the price on your onesie stream, Levi?
No.
Has it really always been 4,000?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was 3. So much I know. I just...
People got
6.
people see. It's cheaper than people thought.
You guys heard it here. Levi thinks I'm people.
Stop clock's right twice a day.
Broken clock, but yeah, that works. Kind of like my my stove here. I don't ever
Yes,
remember a
stove.
time where the time of day was actually not 7-Eleven. Also, funny story, I do have a broken watch, and it is right twice a day. But only for 1 minute at a time.
And just a quick reminder, if we get wholesale to a level 10 hype train, I will post a picture in his Discord.
I have no idea what that means.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not. I guarantee you, I've seen plenty of pictures of wholesale.
I was gonna say you probably already seen half of them.
That's being generous.
Considering that Alias and I have shared the same locker room a number of times, Alias has seen everything.
Where the hell did I put my cup? I've seen the whole sale.
And
You
the
just said
whole
you've seen the whole package.
Oh, slow down here. More like a parcel.
Damn.
It's more like
Damn.
it's more like a letter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Destroyed by your own friend.
It's a manila envelope. I am obligated as his friend, and so are you as his friend also.
I'm his fucking hype man. What do you mean?
I've seen wholesale naked. Looks like a tripod.
Yeah, if you chop one of the legs off.
Damn. Damn.
to be fair, anybody who's well endowed, you're still chopping off most of one of the 3 legs.
Woo! Damn.
Well, I mean, he was on his knees at the time.
I hate all of you.
Ah.
Cut down.
Anyway,
We get to resume.
I think we're good to resume after your
Nope. Gotta mix a drink.
delightful meal and your whiskeys and beers. You feel
Brandy.
warmth in your soul.
You have to get more brandy.
What do you wish to do from this point? The rest of the day is still yours before the evening where you have to pick up your clothes.
So, out of character, I'm gonna need like 150 to 200 grand gold to get some of the items I want. So, how likely do you think it is that I can sneak out and steal from the castle treasury?
It is possible.
So I'm sorry, the
Unlikely,
boat's a
but
bad
possible.
idea, but stealing from the treasury's a good one?
I said out of character. My character
Out-
did not say this.
Fine, which means out of character I can call you a moron.
Rule of thumb: if you have to ask a question that's risky about that's out of character, probably not a good idea.
I mean, you could probably just tell him that
I mean-
in character too. I mean,
Statistically speaking, you can roll 5 20s in a row.
I mean, statistically, you can do it, Muffins.
Yep.
Hmm.
The possibility is not absolutely 0, but it is less than 1.
Well, yeah, all probability is.
The evening is still yours. What do you wish to do with it?
Do it. Let's just
Continue
do it right now.
to follow wherever the emissary goes and
The emissary has accomplished the things he needed done, which was make sure that his faithful and amazing guards are dressed for the part.
Oh, I want to pick up my stuff.
Okay, we still have some time until that time comes.
Then
Unless
I
you're going to
will-
stay at the bar and drink and eat more.
Well, we can just chill, right? I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not like they're busy.
Yeah, I don't have anything else that I think that I would want to accomplish today that wouldn't necessarily jeopardize the main objective.
I'm just gonna say, Implied really wants me to rob the palace, and Wholesaler, you wouldn't like rob your stream of content, would you?
I would never. So if you want to do it, I'm in it, baby.
I need to be level 4, and
I'm
then
completely fine with this if you want to try this.
I need to be level 4, and then we actually would have a chance.
Actually, I'm not really completely fine with this.
I actually can't rob the palace that goes against character alignment.
I was going to say, yeah, technically I can't either, but everybody would probably expect me to.
If you act, I do want to remind you guys that I did take Wondrous Item Creation as a feat, so that might offset some of those costs.
Oh!
Yeah, we're
But
still.
wait, if Muffin does it, he might need to fence it.
I'm just calling it out as an option for anybody who's interested.
This is good. This is very good.
Now you only need 65,000.
No, it just means I can go for the higher tier stuff.
Specific, yeah, I took it, and I also want to sit down and at some point when I've got enough cash to make one of those those wayfinders for that coin that I found the other day.
I really want these 50,000 gold sniper goggles that give me
Snuggles.
a +2 to my each sneak attack damage die when in 30 feet range.
Jesus.
And I can make a ranged sneak attack from any...
Excuse me, sir, what are you rolling?
Don't worry about it.
No, you did it publicly, you dick.
I want to ask the emissary, like, how long talks usually last.
Well, considering that peace talks are welcomed, I expect this to take some time. My guess would be a handful of hours, 3 maybe. Usually, it's done while feasting. It will be you and I, the Duke, and his advisor, which will behoove us to have eyes on him. And if I were to guess, it might be his head general will be there as well.
Is this conversation happen, like, does it normally happen in, like, a big hall, like, while you guys are, like, at a head table or something, or does this happen in, like, in a secluded room? I guess what I'm
It will
asking
take
is
place-
if things go sideways, how difficult is it for us to
Well,
get help to you?
Mind you, I have not spoken with this Duke, so I don't know
Okay.
exactly how he will perform. But with the previous Duke, it was taking place in the throne room. And there is a table in which we will be seated in the throne room. And the rest of you will be right outside.
Okay.
If things go sideways, Muffins, rob the bastard.
I mean, if we kill everyone there, then everything becomes ours per the law of the land.
That is an option.
I don't
Not
like
that I'm
option.
not that I'm pushing for that.
Oh,
Just
that's
saying.
actually a pretty epic cost. That's actually pretty close to what I could actually afford pretty quickly here. Oh, let's keep that in mind.
All right. 4 hours have passed. Madam Quinton brings a bowl of fruit, a variety of different types. Some exotic, some similar. Doesn't charge you for them, but as you're occupying one of the tables, she doesn't send you on your way. During the 4-hour window before you would have to leave to go catch your pickups, you hear on the roof some rain and eventually heavier rain and some thunder and lightning.
Nice.
And more bodies proceed to trickle in. Not many. 2-3 people, a dwarf, a human, and another human. They just take their own tables or sit at the bar. Demiris, if you want to make a perception check.
Wait, what me?
You specifically take note, they all have symbols of Valeria.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where are we again?
You're still at the bar, to my understanding. You're just waiting. You guys said you were just going to sit and wait, so.
We're passing the time. Do we go pick up our clothes and head back to the safe house? Because none of us had anything pressing to do today, and we were taking it easy before the big summit tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
For the record, I'm calling this a summit in all of my notes.
So, sorry, I had gotten a message right as this thing occurred. People walking into the bar,
Correct.
they all have a symbol of Valoria on them.
Correct.
How many are there?
3. A dwarf and a couple humans.
Can I sense motive?
Yeah.
Just to get an idea. Or try to. Jesus
Holy
Christ!
Shitballs.
They are.
You know their social security numbers.
They are all equally of the faith as you. They are doing their own traveling, their own adventures.
Okay.
They share little stories here and there with each other as they walk past each other, but nothing that you find out of the normal. In fact, you feel very much at home here.
Hell yeah.
Some pay for services from Madam Quentin, such as a heal or this or that, but nothing out of the normal. Everything is as it stands, up and fantastic. Now, as the time ends with the storm raging outside, you go to leave.
I guess so.
Yes? Question mark.
I don't see why not.
Yep.
As you exit and you start down the path towards the first tailor, you see a large bird come barreling towards you.
What kind of bird is it?
Oh, fuck. You know exactly what it is. It is an axebeak.
An axe beak.
I guess the name kind of says it all.
Cool. What does that mean?
Give me a second. I'm getting it.
If you're just gonna look it up and show me the link, I can do that too.
Well, no, I have the link. I wanted to grab
Okay.
the right one. There you go.
Wait, this thing flies? Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, no, it does. Wholesale, read the first line for me, please.
Flightless bird?
Yeah, you said flies, right?
No, I said it's barreling towards you.
Barrel. Okay. You said barreling. I heard dive bombing. I guess.
No. Not dive bombing. It's running at you.
and this is the first time that. So, to describe what we're looking at to everybody else, this bird is like an emu, ostrich-style bird, bipedal, really big torso, got a really big honking neck and beak. It's like if you took an ostrich and just blew up their neck and head by like 300%, and it's just feathered all over. And this thing is running at us.
Correct.
With murderous intent.
Doesn't seem to be.
Have I seen one of these in town before?
No, you have not seen any in town.
Okay. What? I'm sorry. I'm just at a little loss for what. Why
As
is this
it
thing
runs
here?
up, it does come to a slow and then a halt, and it starts squawking and making noises at you while stamping its feet. You notice that it does have a saddle and saddlebags on it.
Hey, Israel, could you
What?
calm this thing down with your horse training?
All right. First, we're gonna do this. You know what? I guess I believe I'm intelligent enough to attempt this.
I mean, it horse-like. It's got a saddle, close enough.
Well, I think you're confusing ride and handle animal, but we're gonna do this because fuck it. Hey, that's actually not bad. At a
See,
-1.
You
gotta
comment, but
believe
it seems
you
to
gotta
be
believe in
trying
yourself.
to convey urgency.
What's that,
What is-
bud?
What is it?
Look, little Johnny's
Does it-
stuck in a well.
Does it seem calm enough to allow me to ride it?
No. It
Well, then why
runs
not?
a circle around.
Wait,
party?
fuck this. Why am I bothering? I can talk to animals. I will talk to it in Sylvan.
Oh, it speaks Sylvan?
You
I
can
don't know
try.
if it does, but I'll talk to it in Sylvan. It's probably the language it would understand easily.
It doesn't quite understand, but its temperament still trying to convey. It runs in a circle, stamps its feet around you, and then starts going off in a direction, turns around, squawks a few times, and keeps going. What do you do?
I'm
Follow
gonna
it.
follow it.
Am I still in the tavern?
Did you
No,
leave with the party?
I thought we were all going to get our stuff from the tailors.
Oh,
And
there's
then-
okay. So I missed that little
Yeah,
bit.
we all.
All right. It's running, so give me either two people can do a survival check to keep track of it and keep up with it, or one person can assist one person's roll.
Oh, am I cured so I don't have the -6 to
Correct.
wisdom
You are
anymore?
cured.
Okay.
It's instantaneous.
Bam! Nailed it. Said 2 survival checks, right?
I said two people can roll a survival check, or one person can get it, their survival check with a +2 if the other person aids the survival.
Well, there's one.
Suppose I can aid ? Or do I just roll the survival?
Roll the survival. You just need to beat 15. Well, 20 is good enough anyway.
Oh,
All right.
hey, guy. Not that great in that either of those skills, just for future reference.
So,
Oh.
you travel down the main road, and it's running. It's knocking people over that's in its way. You run down to this intersection.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry.
It runs down this way to the river.
Hang on one sec. Nah, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Well, it's knocking people
right.
in its way. You're behind it.
I know. I'm
Then it
just
gets to
dodging
this-
the people.
The intersection. There's not tons of people, but it doesn't care.
I know it doesn't care. I just don't want to be tripped up.
Then you get down to the river. And as you approach the river, there's stone work that goes up along the river. And eventually you come to some stairs as you're going down the river. Down this way. There's some stairs that go down to the riverbed. And underneath the bridge. And then you find a corpse.
So it's the moon bridge.
Correct.
Okay. Perception. Perception. Come on, click on it. Perception. It's okay, Damaris. You can assist. I was assuming this. There doesn't seem anything ominous other than the corpse. So there's like no people there. No odd.
Well, one people, just a dead people.
That's why I said other than the corpse. No people other than the corpse. Then what can you tell me about the corpse? what do I see about the corpse? Phrase that.
It is bloodied with some arrows sticking in its chest. Do you go up closer and to investigate? And the Axebeak goes up and nudges the body with its head.
Okay, then I'll be fine with it, because if there were any obvious traps getting there, he would have probably tricked them. So yeah, I will go as close as the animal is comfortable with me.
You can walk right up to the corpse.
I walk right up to the corpse. You want another perception for, I guess, examining it again?
Can I do a heal check on it?
You may.
It's dead.
Please don't fuck this. I'm so sick of roll 20.
Get him out of the way right now. Just get him.
What do you mean get him out of the way? I haven't rolled anything other than shit.
That's not true.
No, you had the one.
1 sense motive.
Yeah, no, they felt you feeling them.
Levi, the body is dead.
Yeah.
You can determine that the figure, who happens to be a full-blooded orc, ultimately lost the fight to his wounds.
Demarius picks up a twig near the body. Yep, no pulse.
I think he died from a concussion. 14 arrows sticking out of him. Yes, it was the concussion that got him.
And injuries are pretty dangerous.
Is there anything like markers or anything like emblems? Is he carrying anything? Is there a letter? You know.
He is carrying something. Well, no, he's not carrying it. A couple feet from the body, there's a battle axe that was dropped. Ah, there we go. Muffinita proceeds to search the body.
I was asking, but okay, fine.
Well, you're checking the body, not necessarily looking in the body.
Well, I'm not looking inside, like, inside.
Yeah. What's in his prison pocket?
A scroll of a divine scroll of status. No. The
There.
two small individuals, you do find on the body a brooch that is of the Assad military. He is wearing chainmail that is of exquisite quality. You find a moonstone, an oil to purify food and drink, a potion of fox cunning. You find a couple scrolls, and that's all that you find on the body. But you do know he is of the military.
This guy, so like, huh? The hell?
You know that because the other orcs that you come across on your journey had the same brooch.
I was gonna say I probably would recognize it from our little party of group party.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Are there any documents?
No
I'm
documents.
gonna check. I'll check the beak, the creature. It's got a saddle, so I'm assuming it's got saddlebags.
Yep.
Is there anything that he left on the creature? Like, sometimes they'll put the messages on the animals.
No, you find more coin, another stone, some more potions, and another scroll.
First question: are we taking this stuff?
Well, you guys are like checking the body. I'm gonna go see. Like, I would like to have gone to go find some city guards, so it doesn't look like we murdered and looted this guy.
Brillovant agrees and offers to go with you.
Wonderful.
Fair point. Not taking any stuff.
Oh, I've got no reason to. I probably detest the idea of even touching him after I found out he's the military. But The responsible person would check to see if there was anything that needed to be
Oh wait,
pushed forward in case he had an important message.
if I wanted to try and find any tracks or see if there was some sort of like scuffle,
There was no.
I would use survival, right?
Correct. Perception, survival, well, one half dozen or the other for the most part. So
Well,
the perception, the scuffle didn't happen there. It seems like he fell off his saddle here at this point. But the survival tells you the tracks keep going down the riverbed. And that's where he ended up.
do the arrows? Do they just like normal look like normal arrows?
Yeah.
What was the stone that you said?
It's a moonstone.
A moonstone was found on him, and in the saddle it was a bloodstone.
How big?
Oh. Easy to sleight of hand if you're inclined.
How shiny is it?
They're both very shiny. Go ahead and roll that will check.
First one for the moon, and then that one you get to determine.
Oh, no.
For the bloodstone.
Go ahead. Are you openly taking it, or are you going to sleight of hand it?
Oh no, we're definitely gonna sleight of hand the. I'm assuming it's the second one.
Yeah.
First one, I probably.
Okay. Demirius, Muffinita.
Do I see that? No.
No.
Okay, good. Carry on.
Demirius, do you want to roll perception on that sleight of hand? Woo! You don't know what it is, but you saw Israel pocket something.
Israel, do we need to have a conversation?
What?
Are you gonna try and tell me that you did not just pocket something from this poor dead person's inventory?
So high. Yeah. I'm gonna pull it out and just sheepishly hold my hand out to Demirius. I can't help it sometimes. I like shiny things. It's a weakness.
Well, let's find you some shiny things that don't come from some poor soul's misfortune.
Well, judging by the coin he still has in his purse, I am pretty sure he wasn't as poor as you think. Also, maybe an attitude. Yeah, I'm still a little not happy with our orcs look at goblins.
That's...
But you're right. I need to be the better person here. I'm sorry.
At this point, Averil and Brillavant, the pair find a gaggle of guards not too far away. You have to go back a distance to get up back onto the off the riverbed in an intersection, probably right around here.
Alvaril was running, and Alvaril doesn't do that well. So it kind of comes up panting to guards. He's like, "Hey, there is we found a
He didn't
actually
take the moonstone.
dead body this way. Come, please."
The three guards that you come across, they follow you back to where you found the body.
So this Axebeak came up to us and let him hear. And
The orc.
do you know this guy?
No, we don't know this one, but he's one of ours. You said the Axebeak found you?
Yeah, he was really he ran up to us when we were walking through the neighborhood and led us here.
That sounds proper. We train these beasts of burden to find help with, as you see.
It was honestly very impressive. You've done a very good job at that.
A couple of the guards go looking through the body and go, You know nothing of what happened then.
I mean, not other than arrows and finally succumbing to wounds, but I don't know anything of the cause or anything.
Well, he might have been patrolling. We can't say for sure.
Patrolling in town and getting hit by a battery of arrow fire?
Well, you understand not everyone agrees with the duchy. One of them takes the brooch off of him and flips it over, and he goes, there is his name. You have found Unglish the Bad.
Bad at living.
Damn it, I was about to say
Jesus
bad at staying
Christ,
alive.
you guys!
This is why we're friends, Levi.
Well,
No, but salmonberry season is a line too far.
Man gets murdered by probably multiple people, and he's sitting here like, "Yep, man died of weakness. Shot 15 times. Too weak to survive it."
This is going to be a very far stretch, but this name, Unglish the Bad, was it in the book at the library by chance?
no, it was not.
Okay.
The guards proceed to pull all the coin from the packs, from the saddlebags and his own personal purse, and proceeds to divvy or hand off to you, Alvarez, since you came to get them. You get 68 gold pieces, 610 silver, and 900 copper, as he hands over just one bag full of the coin, all mixed together.
Those numbers again, please.
68, 620, and 900.
Okay.
Well, for finding our fallen comrade, this is your reward for bringing him back home to us. As tradition calls, if you wish, you may keep his mount.
I look over at Israel.
Wait, hang on. We got to roll for this in the sense of. Nope, sorry, not wisdom. It was supposed to be will. Let me re-roll the actual will.
What do you?
I managed to more or less control my expression of exhilaration. Maybe you could tell there's a chagrin, but not like a full-blown
You're not a kid at Christmas kind of situation.
Yeah, no, I keep that part repressed.
I am sure that my friend here will honor the legacy of Unglish.
Whoever wishes to keep the mount, they will have to come with us so we can go through the imprinting. Axe beaks imprint with their owners, and we have to obviously breathe.
Can we not?
I want to see how this goes now. Oh my gosh.
Can we not send the second class citizen? Because that's just going to cause issues, no?
Yeah, Muffins, don't deny this to me.
Yeah,
I
I will ask the guards. Is there a pen that this terror bird may be able to stay in for possibly a day or like how long is
Terror bird?
Sorry. Well, it is a terror bird.
It is not.
It is the family
a
of
fierce mount able to fight along us. Brilvac steps in and goes, he's not of your lands. He does not understand the incorporations of your traditions. Understand where we come from. These animals kill us instead. We don't perform the same rituals you do. Yes, we can house the mount for the time being, only for a short while.
How long is the imprinting process normally take?
Maybe an hour.
Oh, well, we've got an hour. I thought it might take longer than that. We can. Are we good to? And it kind of looks around at everything. Are we good to go now?
I'm good.
Okay.
Who's
Yeah, I mean, we got nothing else going
who's going to take ownership of this fine steed?
Well, I'd like to throw my hat in the ring if you want to roll for it.
I would assert that it goes to Israel, considering of the two of you, only one of you had the.
Which one of you is Israel, then?
Side quest. I'll gesture to.
That would be me.
Oh, that's not possible.
It's not possible.
It is not possible. Servants aren't allowed to have majestic mounts like this.
I look nervously over at Brillavant.
Eh. That was lucky.
Yup.
Brillavant whispers in
So
your
glad.
ear, Avril. Goblins, pecking order, just above. Rodents.
I know, but like, I
Pretty
can't.
sure I heard that.
This is their customs. I have nothing to say here. You have to convince them, not me.
So.
I will just walk over to Muffinita.
I've got an idea. I've got a bad idea, but it's an idea nonetheless.
Oh, God.
In the same manner that we would sit in a carriage and have someone else drive us, he is our best rider. You know,
Chauffeur.
exactly. I am not. I myself am not fully equipped with the faculties to ride on a beast of burden.
Roll up diplomacy.
All right, this is gonna go really badly. So here goes nothing. Hey,
Holy shit!
let's go. If you're reading that right, and I'm pretty sure you are, that means that is a -2 to diplomacy here,
Goddamn.
which is why I said it was a bad idea.
The guards seem to talk amongst themselves, really torn on this. Brilvan proceeds to explain also that, they take their combat very seriously, and their mounts are just an extension of them.
Oh, here, out of character, if you really want to try and put this in a certain way, goblins are servants, right?
Correct.
Which means they can still be utilized as cannon fodder in combat if they're good at it.
Correct. That's why they're torn.
So if you're going to placate towards the whole, he's like our protector and he may not look it, but he is actually kind of good at it.
I was leaning at an angle of if they said servant, so I was leaning into that and be like, well, he runs the cart for us. We don't have to ride. We just get to sit back in the life of luxury.
I mean, theoretically, the two of us could ride this thing.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Right.
100%. I'd almost want to say it'd be cool if we could actually imprint on both of us.
Yeah, I was going to ask as well if that was a possibility, because considering if we both have bow and arrow as well.
Because realistically speaking, if we failed, my next choice and option was to try and get Muffinita to take it, because we could still make
I like
like
that.
a double saddle.
Everyone but Demirius wants the bird.
Well, I want the bird because I might.
I want
Fucking
us to
got
have.
now.
I want us to have the bird. I just don't want the bird.
You just want to
personally.
turn it to stone.
No, that is okay. I thought about it for a little bit.
After some, heated conversations as the orcs guards push each other a couple times, they concede to your
Reasoning.
diplomatic reasoning And they go, we can understand what you're saying. We'll have to get the stable captain to agree also. Come with us. They heave the body on top of, over the Axebeak's back, and they proceed to guide the Axebeak and the rest of you towards the stables in which the guards house themselves, or their mounts.
Christ muffins, we could be literally lookouts while riding.
Yo, man, it's going to be amazing.
Right
My
here?
God.
This is where you're heading.
We need to get a saddle that's specific for 2 people.
I just want to do a quick time check because it's quarter after
Yes,
7.
please.
Yep.
Still don't make it to the diplomatic mediator.
That's where we're
Well,
going.
I would think that you want to have the whole session for that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, half the session was devoted to you guys finding information while we were trying to crack a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get to the stables, which encompasses many Axebeaks, and many orcs are milling
Hi.
about.
Yes, you're a pretty monster.
A large orc that towers over the rest of them, seemingly. Large tusks. One of the tusk is broken off at the tip. Approaches as the 3 guards and the rest of you walk into the pen. He, what is the meaning of this? What happened?
Is that directed at us or
Yes.
directed at the guard? Okay. I apologize. We found-
Wait,
Go ahead.
can I speak?
Go for it.
Okay, I have a better diplomacy roll than you.
Yeah, it's you guys don't hop in and like hear a silence. It was like, all right, I guess it's my turn.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt, but now I'm interrupting.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Anyhow, I will tell the captain. What was his name?
He
Steve?
didn't give one.
Oh, sorry. You said something. Oh, sergeant or something.
Stable
What's his
master.
position? That's the one. It started with an S. I couldn't remember.
His name is now
anyhow.
Steve, though.
I will tell Steve how I'll give him the synopsis or the Cole's notes of the events that led us to getting there, and then I'll inquire around Israel getting imprinted on the bird, or if it's possible for the 2 of us. And I know it's somewhat against his traditions, but here's an explanation as to why it's a good idea to let Israel do it.
And if possible, you both can, just on the off chance, because
Yeah,
again,
there's a diplomacy roll. If
put the
necessary.
best rider towards.
Go ahead and roll your diplomacy at advantage because the guards are backing your decision.
Well, that's good.
Neil.
Oh yeah.
The stable master's humming and hawing, looks at the guards and go, I can't believe you backed this idea. Run around the wall 10 times.
Ooh, brutal.
That's rough.
That is rough. Holy
They
shit.
grumble and
I'm
in
sorry.
full gear start running. Chang, 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 chang. Spears in hand.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here.
And then proceeds to turn his full attention on you, Israel. You wish to claim this mighty beast.
Yes.
And you have the heart of a warrior. You face combat toe-to-toe with your adversaries.
Yes.
Roll a bluff.
Oh, I don't need to answer that one. I don't need to bluff my way out of that.
He has
Zombie
melee.
zombie bugbear guts. Wholesale.
Okay, fair enough. Touche.
Yeah, me a bluffing. He said no.
I don't know how much directly I can tell you that. I shouldn't.
I conceded. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh my god.
Didn't mean to make you choke too. Shit.
Alcohol through the nose. Oh, Jesus.
You're supposed to drink it.
Oh,
And
I did, but then I chuckled halfway through the swallow.
understand, we normally don't allow lesser beings such as yourself to bestow the honor of the mounts of the Al-Sad in such ways. But, according to your compatriots in these buffoon guards that I sent running, you have the soul of a warrior. Is that accurate?
What skill do you want me to use to try and describe I face
I just nod emphatically.
things? Oh, he can sense motive if he wants to. I'll answer honestly on things.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was terrifyingly bad on my throat and nose. Oh, I don't know what you want me to roll if you want me to try and.
No. How do you answer him?
Oh. Let's see here. I've nestled in the guts of an undead bugbear that I murdered, and kind of just describe some of the more, I guess, as much as I can embellish plights without going too far
Embellish.
overboard.
Okay. Give me a perform check, because you're embellishing.
It's gonna end horribly, but we'll see. I mean, they'll be honest, but yeah, there we go. Got one out of the way.
Oh God.
Well, you might have embellished your story, I can tell. But don't we all? What is your name?
Israel.
Par tradition of our lands, you have taken ownership of. Proceeds to grab the collar of the axe beak. Look at the name. Where? He chuckles. This is Helga Axeface.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's a girl.
Heavens, a girl?
When we
Just in
bestow
case.
this fine steed, you will take the title of its owner. You will be known as Israel the Bad. Are you prepared to take that mantle?
Yes.
And then he proceeds to take the axe beak and lead you towards an imprinting process, which is a lot of retraining the axe beak. In some fashions, a little uncouth normally, such as how someone might use a shock collar to train a dog.
So is that a negative on the 2-for-1 imprinting?
Yeah, that's a negative on the 2-for-1 imprinting.
Oh, I wanted to be parents.
Put it to you this way: would it be a level of abuse that would exceed what normally occurs in a goblin conclave?
No, this,
Oh, damn, Thursday already?
and it's not on you. It's on the axe beak because
Oh no, I know. I feel compassion for it, but
yes,
in
you
a
do
certain
feel
sense,
compassion.
This is not a shock factor thing for me.
Is that a pun?
What?
It is now.
Actor.
And watching Brillivan is fascinated because this is the first time he's witnessing this. And there's you go through some training on the different commands that it has, such
I'm
as
assuming that it's a war animal, it'll have the battle one list.
I'll send you, myself or implied,
Yeah.
will send you the list.
Exactly.
At the end of it, the axe beak is very much nuzzled up to you. It is taking you as its owner without a shred of doubt.
Oh,
Enthusiasm.
that's adorable.
Congratulations, Israel the Bad. Still disgusts me that a goblin will take this title and steed, but a warrior is a warrior.
I applaud.
Where's your battle axe?
What? Huh?
Well, I assume it would have been collected with the orc. So
Yeah.
Yep, and then it proceeds to give you the full-size battle axe.
Jesus.
I'd love to say I'd strap it to the saddle, but I'm almost 100% certain I'm not tall enough at the moment.
No, you're not.
Well, it says 9 feet tall, so I'm assuming it to the saddle is not 9 feet. Because that would be insane if it had a 9-foot hip height.
Out of character. Van,
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Your statuefy spell.
Yes.
You describe it as rubbing the thing and it slowly shrinks.
I really don't like the way you phrased that.
Axe beak stand 7 feet tall.
Could you start rubbing said bird and stop halfway and just leave it in a half-size state?
Which one are you going? This one says a mature one is 9.
I am going to.
Unless it gives you different heights for a female. Hang on.
Here you go.
I mean, it is what it is. It's fine.
Maybe, but like, I would definitely be like, I'm not gonna make a snap call and say yes, because first off, it's not my spell. Like, if you ask me, I would imagine that the petrification and the shrinking happen at the same time. So like, you would end up, if you took a 9-foot thing to a 7-foot thing, you would have a 7-foot thing with 20% stone internal organs. I don't know if you've had kidney stones, but it doesn't sound fun.
What if it's just feet first?
I'll have to send you the one that I have.
We could probably workshop. Like, if you gave me time, like, definitely, like, at the guild, like, I would just, like, spend a week at the lab and just workshop something, like a custom spell or something.
Yep, that's the one I pulled up.
Yeah.
So
It
but
says
we
about
can-
7 feet tall.
Okay.
Because what I'm
Can't-
envisioning,
It might not be a mature one then, but regardless.
Or just it's not 9 feet. Not all are the same.
what I'm envisioning here is Israel
we
could
have a
ride that
chalk.
thing
Wait,
down.
what color is its feathers?
Kind of brownish, like a dark brown with
Like
like
Shaggy Dog.
gray hues in it. Yellow
What were you
eyes.
saying, Muffins?
You could like turn it half size. Israel could ride that in and then like dive bomb something and then last second just like swift action undo the spell for him and then like the bird just doubles in size and bam blows the shit out of something.
You have something really funny here. Wholesale will love this.
Okay.
Come on, you're supposed to give me the colorations, and that should be more than enough to give away.
I did. I told you it's brownish, dark brownish hues with, a little bit of gray within it.
I know what you told me, but it's funny that you're not connecting the dots.
I'm not.
All right.
Anyways, is this where we're breaking?
This will be where we're breaking.
Cool.
Stable the axe beak. You go back to the tailor's, pick up your clothes, make your way back to the safe house. You still hear the faint jangle of armor as the 3 guards are now being punished.
Well, it's not every day you get a new pet.
Yeah, no, it's not every day that you get yourself a brown chocobo.
Oh, yes.
Well, in which case, I will bounce out of here in a little bit.
And we
It's
will
been
pick
very-
up
What?
with the meeting of meetings of the, what'd you call it? The summit?
The sun.
The Peace Summit.
The Peace Summit. Welcome to
Peace of
Geneva.
Summit. Been
Okay, I'm back.
welcome
Sorry.
back.
Welcome back.
Been very interesting for me to not play a charisma bucket like I do all the time.
Israel is now Israel the bad redeemer.
The Bad Redeemer. I love that album. No, like that was one of the things that when I sat down and made this character and made the decision not to have them be a charisma bucket, I was like, well, how do I do that? And then I figured out, oh, I'll just do it with like the people I work with. Just assert with confidence, even if it's a bad idea. Say everything and just act on every impulse.
I love it.
Yeah.
I did
mean,
not
there's-
expect
there's
Israel to be
two
the one
charisma-
to imprint the axe beak, to be honest.
Well, it wouldn't have happened if you didn't give me the roll at advantage.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want them. It made the most sense.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Let's
Anyways,
see here. First level young law horse can carry bulk.
enough about what I think. I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Okay,
man.
bye.
Oh, well, it should be able to
Okay.
actually. It'll sit us absolutely 100% fine because right now, it says here a horse can carry 2 medium riders with reasonable gear. So this thing should be able to handle both of us at the same time, no problem. We'd probably just have to have a specialized exotic saddle for 2 people.
First off, phrasing. Second off, yeah, that seems something we'll need to look into. I'm gonna drop to the other channel and make a quick snack. Bye, Alias. And I'll talk to the rest of you shortly.
Yep.
You guys have fun.
Will do.
Oh, that's actually rather affordable. Never mind. 30 GP for an exotic saddle. It would already have one, so I'm going to assume
Yes.
we're going to modify this one.
It's like you know of 2
And-
tailors.
It would probably be a tanner
Sure.
because it's leather. And or I don't know if they actually have. Yeah, it would be a tanner. It'd be or a saddler. If that's actually a thing, which would be a stable. But 2 Averill's already left. Never mind. I'll have the whole me being a goblin thing. If it's going to become an issue. Which I don't think it will, but... Also, fun fact. Do you want to know how many miles you just made those poor orcs run?
A lot.
Yeah, 12 and a half. And that's guessing on me basically saying each side of the castle wall is roughly 500 meters. Oh shit, no, I'm sorry, it was 30. So we gotta change that because it's not square. So we'll just 1, 2, 3. 18.64 miles.
Implied wants to know what about the goat.
What about the goat? Goat's fine. I can use the goat. I mean, if you think about it logically, I'm probably not going to use the terror bird to climb a mountain.
You just now have 2
Also-
mounts.
I'm a collector now. I'm going to treat this thing way better than it's ever been treated before. Also, there's the possibility, since the mount is like kind of specific to me, we could retrain it for muffins too if we want to.
Yes.
Or, I'm not opposed to the idea of training muffins on this one either, but it comes down to riders. But I'm seriously gonna love the idea of having like an archer cavalry idea. If you think about it, it's actually kind of smart because Muffins has effectively 2 actions, and I can kind of use the bird for combat if need be. Because what does this magnificent animal have? That's an OKD AC.
Do you typically need to have feats?
In combat, sure, to a degree. But I don't think that I need it just to be able to ride. Like, if I need to do combat maneuvers, so if I'm attacking, I need feats.
Yeah. Well, I think muffins would probably also have to have a feat if they're trying to attack from mount, from mounted position.
I think
I
so
don't know.
too. Even as just like a passenger. That one I'm not so sure because usually the feats come in because you're steering and fighting while steering your mount while attacking. Where
Right.
muffins might be just attacking, and I don't think they suffer the same type of negatives. Technically.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and during combat while mounted, you have to make a DC 5 ride check to guide with your knees. If you want to have both your hands free, it's considered a free action. When you attack a creature smaller than your mount, I'm trying to find the ranged. You can use
We'll
ranged
look at it.
attacks. Okay, there is a penalty, but it doesn't actually require a feat. That's double moving. But I don't know how we would go about it, because if it's two separate things, Muffins could only attack after I've done my move, after I've moved and gone through all my actions. So we'd have to figure out maybe some kind of modified turn for both of us,
Yeah.
so that we can both take our actions while doing the thing.
Well, we'll have to check it out.
Regardless, we have a mount. A new mount. Because that's the only thing we can seemingly collect easily.
Here I thought, you know,
Other than problems.
Truly.
Yeah.